Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly Dungeon Master this evening. Actually, I won't be. I'll be your friendly Strike Commander this evening, because today we are going to be carrying on with our short campaign playing the Genesys RPG, but using a set of special conversion rules that have been put together by a fan for the world of Overwatch, Blizzard's cool sci-fi near future kind of thing. The creator of these rules is credits themselves as Quallen. I've got a link down below to their Twitter account, to their to where you find all this stuff that was in it. It's really like a completely comprehensive. You can use this and the Genesys core rulebook, and you've got everything that you need to play a full ongoing Overwatch campaign. So it's pretty awesome. And joining me with me today, speaking of pretty awesome, are stars of this, the Brotherhood of Iron mini campaign. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing tonight? First up, we've got Jeffrey.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Gabriel Reyes. Reyes, and he is the Reaper.
Nice. And joining us as well, too, is our resident armorsmith and now cyber ninja, Dave.
Hey, everybody. I'm Dave. I'm playing Genji, who, as Kev alluded to, is a cyber ninja.
Very nice.
Back to dead and not with a shaved head.
Now, it has been a couple of weeks since we've played this game, and we played a bunch of different things in between, too. But what do you guys remember from where we left things off last session? And I can use some visual aids if it'll help. Let me see if I can prompt some memories here. Boom.
I don't know, like, you talking flashbacks?
Yeah.
Let's see, what do I remember? We were at the encampment of the... Oh, see, I threw out my notes. I don't remember the name of their gang.
Chikuma... Anduga Wachuma.
Anduga Wachuma. And we met with their leader, and we discussed our missing man. Yeah, Joko 10, the guy with the big orange arms.
Mm-hmm.
And we discussed our missing man, who he claimed had switched sides over to the bad guys.
Talon, yeah.
The Talon. We have not confirmed that yet because we have not found our man, but we took him at his word and agreed to raid the mine with them, the nearby mine, which is where Talon is set up, and stealing the resources, we think possibly to restart the making
Omnics.
of the Omnics.
Yeah.
And
now, right at the end of the session, there were a couple of things that raised your suspicions about your newfound ally, Joko 10.
Yes, he used the same term for me that Zydeco had used, calling me boss. And we sort of clued in, at least Genji and Reaper believe, that it's possible Joko 10 is being controlled or commanded by a remnant AI from the war.
Yes, because what is it that he called Zydeco?
His eyes and ears in the other city.
In Numbani.
Yeah.
That's right.
And so we are quite concerned.
Because they're not just a gang, they're a Omnic, like they're fully robotic, and they don't have any sort of I don't know, not appreciation, even like friendliness towards like fleshies.
So what you learned about, or what Reaper learned about the Anduma Wachuma before was they're not fighting an active resistance. Like they're not like they're not attacking, Numbani or whatnot. But what they are is a all Omnic, basically like covert army that's in waiting. And I don't know if you guys remember from last time, you talked to Joko 10 about why you guys were investigating this and why he maintains his army.
Yeah, and also I made a very successful roll, and I was able to discern his motivations during a conversation we had.
Yes, that's right. Do you remember what that was?
There was a few things, I don't remember the exact details, but they amounted to he was willing to do whatever it took to fight the people to
protect the Omnics.
Protect the Omnics. That's the way it was worded.
Yep.
And so, yeah.
So it was on the way to the mine itself, and you may remember this is what the mine itself looks like.
And so something that kind of occurred to Reaper that he has not had a time to talk with Genji about yet is that we may have to we might have to try and assassinate or Joka 10 or eliminate this AI. But he hasn't really spoken with Genji about this yet. He's very concerned to leave this AI here. Even though he's made a deal with it, he still is very leery of it because of the war.
Mm-hmm. What was the thing that the mines during the war had often held, like battle machines or something?
Yeah, we believe there may be a stockpile of the war Omnics.
Yeah, of the bastions.
Bastions not yet activated inside the mine.
Right, and that would require a really powerful AI to control them. And a power source?
Yeah.
To power the AI and to house the AI, yeah, definitely.
Right. And so we weren't 100% sure where or what the deal is yet with this AI, but we're fairly certain that that's what it is.
Okay. That is, that sounds perfect. All right, so then, I mean, it doesn't sound perfect. It's a perfect summary.
Yeah.
The situation sounds fucked. I think you guys are screwed, but...
we're pretty much Fubar, yeah.
Now, let's talk about what your... it's like I said, it's been a while since we've played, so let's quickly go over your character sheets once again. Just so we remember what everyone's capable of. So, I got my print versions here. Okay, so for Gabriel Reyes, so Reaper, you have your big guns is a background ability. Just allows you to carry more stuff. Defensive, likewise, is a background ability. Dual wield, once per round, you may use a maneuver to reduce the difficulty of the next combined combat check, so dual wielding by 1. You have Fearsome 2, when a target becomes engaged with it, they have to make a fear check. Guns blazing, when making a combined combat check with 2 ranged light weapons, you may suffer 2 strain to refrain from increasing the difficulty of the check, and that stacks with your dual wield ability. You have Heroic Recovery, once per encounter, you may spend 1 story point to heal 4 strain. You get Lucky Break, once per session, you may spend a story point after failing any check to roll again and then add a boost dice in. You have Precision, which is background 1. Quick Draw, once per round, you may draw or holster a weapon as an incidental. You have a spare clip, so you don't run out of ammo on it to spare. And Years in the Force, once per session, you may collect a small favor from a current or former member of a location's law enforcement. Your armor is Smoking, once per encounter. You can instantly teleport to one location you can see within long range. And you can consume 1 charge to gain mobile, to move 1, count 1 move maneuver as 2 for the rest of the encounter. You can set up so you're moving more quickly throughout the encounter. And then your ultimate is Death Blossom. Defeat all minions in a short range. And plus 2 damage to all attacks until the start of your next turn.
Right.
Then, Genji, your abilities are, let's see here, Conditioned Reflexes, once per session. You may spend a story point during combat to take an extra out-of-turn action, including an attack. And remember that the way we go through it, there's a ladder of like what order you guys are going in, and you choose where you want to go. You also get to take 1 action once per session to act out of turn. Finesse is a background 1. Lucky Strike Agility, spend a story point when you hit in combat to add 4 damage. Martial Weapons Mastery, when armed with a melee weapon, make an average melee check to force one engaged target to drop one weapon or move one range band in the direction of your choice. Nimble, you may spend 1 story point to make a move maneuver as an incidental. Outlaw Contact, once per session you may collect a small favor from a member of a criminal group. Parkour, once per round, suffer 1 strain to move to any location in short range as a maneuver. And Improved Parkour, suffer 4 strain to move to any location in medium range. So this is Genji's ability to scamper up walls and to do a quick dash and stuff like that. Quick Draw, once per round, draw or holster a weapon. Rapid Reaction, suffer 3 strain to add 3 successes to a Vigilance or Cool check used to determine initiative. Reckless Charge, suffer 2 strain when you move to engage an enemy, and add 2 successes and 2 threat to the results of your next brawl or melee check. That's you charging in to do a quick attack. Tumble, once per round, suffer 2 strain to disengage from all engaged adversaries, so you can get in, get out. And Way of the Blade. The first time you draw a melee weapon in an encounter, increase its damage by 2 for the remainder of the turn. Your Armor has a similar thing where you spend a charge to count 1 move maneuver as 2 for the rest of the encounter. And unlike Reaper's ultimate costs him 3 charge, your Deflect ultimate only costs you 2 charges, and you can do it 2 times per session. And what it allows you to do is redirect a range attack that damages you to an attacker as an incidental and do double damage on a hit.
I think I had charged up during the last session.
Yeah, you got 2 charge on the one. These ones are not reflective of your most recent one. These guys right here are. And a reminder, you got the full character sheets are next to your are in the handouts as well too. So if you do want to look at the full thing, and if you click on the spyglass in the middle, it'll fill your screen so it's more legible to read. We also have some of that info on your character sheet, but just I find that that one sheet is sometimes easier to read. Any questions, guys?
One sheet to rule them all.
Yeah. We also have handouts for the advantage in threat and combat, advantage in threat and social encounters, ranged combat stuff, and critical injury. Now, I don't think anyone's injured right now. Everyone's healed up or been treated. Wasn't there a Omnic doctor who treated you, Reyes?
That is correct. Yeah, there was a doctor that was Zydeco there? No, that was before. This happened before.
Yeah, Zydeco was really messed up in the.
His people helped him.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. The doctor was before I met up with him. Mm-hmm. from the incident at the hotel room.
Yes.
Let's just say I've been in a lot of trouble ever since I got here.
That's true.
Every time you leave a scene, something's blowing up.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Constantly walking away slow-mo.
Yeah.
All right, so then what we're going to open with, guys, is a view of the complete night on the African savannah. We can hear the sound of a lot of machinery working, but beyond the light of I guess the camera comes up and we can see this massive mining operation in business. And walking around the site, especially on the big structure right here, what you can see are a number of, where's my hand outs? There we go.
Oh, I remember we also had a plan sort of to get in there that we had pieced together before we left.
Yeah, do you remember what that was?
I was going to sneak ahead.
Yeah. You were going to parkour in sneakily, and then as you arrived at sort of each section and it was safe, I was going to teleport to join you at that sort of area.
Okay.
Yeah. And if we spotted the assassin, the sniper, I was going to not hide well so that she would be able to like see me sneaking but spot me, so that you could I could try and deflect the shot, but also you would have a shot at her.
Right. That's
like get the sniper out of their little hidey hole.
Right. Make sure the sniper sees you, goes for you. You were going to use your super reflecto on them. And if that didn't finish them off, then I was going to teleport right next to them to get into combat with them.
Okay. Perfect.
I like it.
Then, guys, so what we can see is there's the light of the mine here. And if we pan to the side, we can see that around here, in the years since the Omnic Crisis, the savanna has grown back in. So there's just some fairly tall wild grass around where this structure is. Obviously not on the big roads, but we begin then hearing some explosions from far off. And sirens are going off in the facility. And you can see there's a bunch of those red helmeted troops are making their way to some other side. It seems that Joko 10 and his, or their Omnics, are doing what they planned, which was to serve as a distraction. So,
Right.
what we're going to do, guys, is take this, treat this as a series of stages for as you make your way into the mine. Both of you have a great deal of experience in Black Ops operations, so the first thing you'd be keeping an eye out for, obviously, is sensors and cameras. So, Genji, if you're the one who's going to be going in here first, tell me what you intend to do. Tell me how you're approaching this first, what would you call it? I guess first ring of security.
Like skill-wise?
No, it is narratively.
Okay. I think it's like, you see him kind of creeps along a wall, and he sees like some welding and sparks and stuff around the corner, and he's trying to stay.
Well, you're not even there yet.
Static.
Remember, you're still in the grass. In order to get past the first ring security is sensors and cameras.
Yes. Does he have any other sort of like ability to scan? I was thinking he'd probably want to like long range look
Not
for.
really.
No.
No.
Well, if we're in the grass, he'll just try to stay low and out of sight.
Okay. So let's do this. Why don't you give us? Let me set up the difficulty. We've got some dice rolling right away here. So let's do this here.
Stealth.
Yeah, I'm putting one. Oh, I'm giving you one boost dice because of the ambient. It's quite dark out there. So I've set up. Go ahead and give us a stealth check whenever you're ready.
Do we have to sink our pool?
I did that already for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. When first I logged in, I took care of that for you guys.
Okay. So, if I remember correctly, we can use points, but this is not the same as the last game we played where we're putting into a pool, right?
No, what it is you've got 3. You guys have 3. I have 2. If I spend it, what it does is it upgrades the dice pool, so it'll either make a green dice yellow or add another green dice to the pool if it's all yellows. And then, that point then goes into my pool, and I can make use of it.
Okay.
So you can do that if you like. If you want to. What you're rolling is just to see if you can get yourself into a spot where you could spot the your armor gives you a boost as well. Is it a boost or an upgrade? Hold on here. You actually have a couple of boosts. One from your armor for agility checks and one for stealth checks specifically.
Is that already baked in?
I took care of that on the dice GM side.
Okay, yeah. So then I'll just do a stealth check, try and move in close enough that I can spot their security.
Sounds good. So see how sound. Look at that. 3 successes and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 advantage. So you cautiously, I think we don't see you whatsoever. Let's see, is there anything interesting you could spend that advantage on right now?
Are we considered in combat?
There definitely is the potential for combat here, yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, would we be looking at that chart?
Probably that chart, yeah, more so than the social one. We can also extrapolate from there. A lot of them are just like generic, giving someone a free maneuver or whatever. Like you could.
So with 3 advantage, I can negate a target enemy's defense, but I don't have a target yet.
Well, so what you can see right now,
Would that be like maybe
tell you what
spotting a camera and taking it out?
I'll tell you what you can see. Yeah, there are 2. There are not only sort of like proximity sensors that are set up in here. There's also a camera that is set up in here as well. What you really can choose to do is you're in a position where you could destroy or disable that thing. Like a quick shuriken placed in the right spot will cut the feed on that thing, or you can try and sneak past it and leave it intact.
I think disabling it is going to alert them that there's something wrong over here, even the coincidence of it happening at the same time of the attack might be enough to draw their attention, so I'll try to sneak past it.
Okay. So then, let's see here. You could spend 2 of those, if both of you are going to sneak past this thing, 2 of your advantage could be spent to give yourself another boost dice on this roll, and on your next roll. And then you could also spend 1 advantage to give 1 to Reaper.
Yeah, I was going to say, can I share with Reaper, sort of like Genji marks out where the sensors are to make it easier for Reaper to get by?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
And let's see here. Yeah, I think that's probably... I see it like negate an advantage, but that doesn't really apply. I think what I'll let you do is with that match as well too, why don't I upgrade? I'm going to give you a free upgrade for your next stealth check.
Okay.
You just position yourself so well. We sort of like, I think the camera sort of sweeps past, and you can sense that it's the way it's looking, it's looked past you, and you look up and you dash. Go ahead and give us another stealth check just to get yourself past her. You got your free upgrade in there already. Everything else is ready to go. Beautiful. So you have easily surpassed that. Now, you got 2 advantage left from that. I don't know if there's anything you want to do with it. It's weird playing with the 2d20 games and then coming back to this because it feels like you're...
Yeah, totally
you're like, I want to be able to do something more with that.
I want to put it in the pool.
Exactly.
That was my first thought when I got all the advantage. Like, okay, how much of this can I put in the pool? Oh, we don't have that. Right.
Yeah. I think what we'll say is, why don't we put, you will once again, 2 points, you can give yourself another boost dice for your next action. The next thing you're going to be doing is making your way, there's a ton of, what do you call it, of labor omnics who are on the main floor here, who you're going to have to somehow deal with. So, but first, before we do that, Reaper, what are you intending on doing? How are you planning on getting in here? You got a boost from the ambient conditions, and you got a boost from Genji.
Maybe for this first part, am I clear that the character can actually turn to smoke, or he just is smoky?
He can turn into sort of like a nano cloud temporarily. It would cost you a charge to do that, though, so which I don't think you've got.
Oh, it uses one of my charges. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah, okay, then I think that I'll just do like sort of as we talked about. I mean, I'll just be trying to do normal stealth, I guess, at this point.
Okay.
Not the stealthiest, but
do you want to just give me spend a you don't have an upgrade right now, so you could spend a story point and get an upgrade?
Yeah, let's do that. I'll click on spend story point.
Gave your upgrade. Go ahead and give us a roll.
There we go. Come on. Stealthy.
Okay.
Wow, not a single success.
Well, we are I mean, we were talking for quite a while before we started the game We're an hour into the session. You want to use your once per session ability to re-roll?
Yeah, let's start the game.
Like the option
smoothly.
is that you know this thing spots you and there's a little bit of a pulse of light and then you fire it, you know, and then they'll just know that they're coming from a second angle.
Yeah, no, let's try and keep our element of surprise. I will use my once per session.
Okay, so
Here we
you're
go.
going to click on another story point. So I think it costs you a story point to do that. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And
Let's try and keep all our advantage here.
Yep.
Come on. It's not that unlikely.
oh, a despair.
What? How is that roll so bad?
Oh my god. All right, so you failed. You did get 2 advantage.
Wow.
I think
That's unreal.
you are sneaking your way along. You disappear. You appear, and what? Unfortunately, just it's very bad timing. So I think there is going to be. Let me set up a quick token here.
Let me create something we didn't necessarily have to do here.
Well, you know, we're going to need to take these. I figured at some point you guys can start shooting stuff up. So I should have set it up ahead of time, but
that's funny.
I know what you're talking about, Kev.
Yeah. If you're playing guys with a guy with a big fuck off sword and a guy with a pair of big fuck off guns, you guys are using those at some point.
Yeah, probably.
Funny.
Okay, where's it? Trooper.
How about as soon as Jeff touches the dice?
As soon as roll 20 F's Jeff over.
Oh my goodness.
And you used your once per session.
Yeah,
to
that cost me two. That cost me 2 story points, and my once per session to get a despair and a complete failure out of the system.
Well, you don't need to worry because I'll start spending those in order to get those back in your hot little hands.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but that's not going to make it easier.
No, it really isn't.
That's so funny.
All right, so what happens is you appear, I think, within the same, so in short range of you, one is short range, one at medium range, and let me put a counter on each of these. Let me set up one more thing here too, guys, just because I think that...
Are you on a different page, Kev?
I am, yeah. No, I got them all on GM layer right now.
I'm like, I don't see what he's talking about. Let me put another thing on this. I'm like...
Oh, I'm just gonna get. I figured like while I'm here, why don't I just like rather than having to stop the action and then add it back in, let me quickly just set up the tokens for all these things, and then because I should have kept them from last time instead of deleting them. Deleted. Okay, boom. See that.
Future Kev's just going to have like a token page or something, right?
I actually did that for our Champions game. I did that years ago. Like when we first started playing, I started doing that, and then that's one of my resolutions for after I get back from vacation is I gotta start making use of that.
See that, folks? That's a sign of a quality game master. He's just like always improving.
Yep. Always got
Or at
stuff to
least
learn.
always talking about improving. One of them.
The intention.
Understands that improvement is possible.
Yep.
Is the concept worth in looking at it?
Absolutely. The intention is there. The execution may be lacking, but we'll see.
Nevertheless, always entertaining.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. So I believe we have these set up. Oh, the only thing I don't is this one. I'm setting up like names and stuff like that so you can see what everything is. All right. And is that all the ones I'm going to use today? I think so. Okay, cool. So let me put these guys over here. I'll put him or her over there. All right, so here's what you... there are 2 squads. One is within medium range of you. One is in the short range, so same sort of area. They were marching along. One is a little further off. It's just bad luck, Reaper, that this is sort of worked out this way. They look over at you and say, "Oh, we've got inbound! We've got inbound!" And let's also roll initiative. So, you can both roll initiative. You were not aware of this, so I think this is a vigilance check. Let me clear my dice pool. Go ahead and give us a vigilance check, guys, and I'll roll. Now, let me ask you this. Also, one other thing. Do you want me to roll? I'll roll my attacks and stuff like that in chat. Do you want me to roll initiative just with actual dice, so I'm not like clogging up the thing there? I can roll that at the same time you guys are, or do you care one way or the other?
I don't know that it matters too much.
Okay. Then I will see here. Roll.
How does strain work again, Kev?
How does
strain work?
Strain. It's like non-lethal damage. So like if you can always spend advantage on a 1-for-1 basis to gain strain back. So I think a maximum of 3 actually, but
I think when this happens, as soon as Genji realizes that his partner has blown his stealth, he's going to like exert himself to try and be quick on the draw against these guys.
okay.
So that means suffering 3 strain to add 3 successes to a
I think
vigilance.
it's up to 3 strain.
3 strain to
Oh
add.
yeah,
3
it's. I've got it down as 3 strain. It's actually up to 3. So 3 is not a big deal. Like 3, you should be able to go back, and 3 almost guarantees you guys a top slot in the initiative order.
Okay. So suffer 3 strain to add 3 successes.
Yep, and then roll your vigilance, please, and then it'll add 3 on top of whatever you roll. Oh, make sure you click on your token first, too, guys, when you're rolling, and don't roll just your vigilance skill. Make sure you're rolling it on the initiative thing.
Oh, right.
Where is that?
That is under combat, I believe. The combat tab,
Combat tab.
or what tab is it?
Characters tab.
Weapons, talents, and powers.
There you go. That's the one.
Weapons, talents, and powers. Okay.
Vigilance.
Yeah.
Initiative.
There we go.
Perfect.
Vigilance. Okay, here we go.
3rd time's the charm.
And Genji, you're adding 3 to that. So I'll modify that for you. Actually, 4:1. And then I'll roll for them. So their vigilance is not great. 2 fails. Oh, because I rolled the wrong dice. So I did 2 successes and an advantage. So it'd be 2-1. So actually, you guys both have turns, and then they do. So, add a turn here. All right. So first up will be one of you guys. Who would like to go first?
Well, I think since Dave spent the strain to accelerate his character, he should act first.
Okay.
Is that the red? I'm just going to go put the 3 strain in.
That is your blue. Red is your wounds.
Okay.
And the reason we do low to up is just like in the 2D20 games, it's a threshold. So we need to. It's when you exceed the threshold is when things get dangerous. What you Genji? I think you were at long range right now.
Long range?
Yeah. So it take you 2 maneuvers to get into short range with them, 3 maneuvers to get engaged with them.
Okay,
no, rephrase that. Sorry. It will take you 1 maneuver to get to in short range of the first squad. You're at medium range of one of the squads, long range of one of the squads.
Okay, so I need to hit him with my shurikens then, so I can move to medium range, and then...
So one of them is already at medium range. Picture it this way. So you've got...
So I've gone ahead. There's one just behind me. Maybe
we've got... I'll set up as a sort of an abstract thing on here. So Reyes appears here, right? There's a trooper guard who's not engaged with him, but is in short range of him. There's another one that is 1 range band away. That's at medium range. And then there's you way over here at long range. So to get to Reyes or the other one here, this is long range. They are 2 range bands away. This one is 1 range band away. You can get in the same range band to be at short range, and then you can also move 1 more to engage in melee.
Okay. I'm going to engage the one that's in medium range with shurikens.
Okay.
I'm just looking for the click.
Sure. And let me just set up the difficulty. If you're at medium range, that is 2 blue, and I don't think there's any other modifiers unless you get a... Let's see here. They are unaware. I'll give you 1 free boost dice from that.
Okay.
Okay, ready when you are.
So spending story points, that is after a roll?
No, before.
A roll?
Before a roll, what it does is it converts. If you've got yellows or blue, or yellows or greens in there, if it's all yellows, it adds 1 more green to the pool. If it's all green, or sorry, it's got greens in there, it converts 1 of the greens to a yellow.
Okay. Well, I've got the lucky strike, so if I hit, I can spend a story point to add 4 combat damage.
Yes, and that's something different. Yeah.
Okay, so then I'm just going to roll my attack.
Okay.
So that is the button next to the critical?
It is.
Okay, let's give it a go.
There you go. All right, so it's a hit with 4 advantage. Very nice.
Very nice.
It is auto fire, which means you can... you got to increase the difficulty first to trigger auto fire. +2 versus... so +2 damage. These are organic targets. So that's +2 damage. So your damage is 5, 6 with your extra success, 7, 8 because this is organic target. Their armor is...
So would I know that I need to use my ability? Like that because they have armor, it's going to be harder to take them down?
So, say again?
So my character would, makes his attack and judging, like, if I hit, I'm going to use my ability to do the extra.
So the reason these things have a 3 in the top corner is because these guys are minions. They're groups of minions. It's like swarms in D&D where, like, you're cutting your way through them. Every 5, for these guys at least, every 5 points of damage you do on them, you take down another one of them. So if you're and they only count their armor once. I don't apply damage separately amongst them. So if you add 4 in, you've almost guaranteed to take at least 1 down.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'll take a story point and I'll add 4 damage.
Okay, so
as out of the little shuriken storm come flying out, and Genji tries to take a bunch of them down.
Okay, so
nice.
And let's see here. That's +4 damage. So that's 12 points of damage minus their soak. So 12. 7. Look at this. And that also means so one of them goes down with the shuriken. Another one is quite badly hurt. Wait, where's that coming from?
And does that use up all my advantage?
Well, that no, you have to spend a story point to do that extra damage, don't you?
Yeah, but because one of the advantage things I looked at for 3 is negate a target's enemy's defense. Guarded stance? No,
that's a defense that, normally, if a target would add defense, is something that adds black, setback dice to your attack roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then never mind.
Something else you want to do with that, the 4? Because that is pretty great. When dealing damage to a target, have they disable the opponent or one piece. Oh, it's rather than doing damage. Gain +1 melee or ranged defense against the active target till the next round.
Yeah. What are they armed with?
They are all armed with pulse rifles.
So I'll range defense then for myself because I'm anticipating they're going to return fire.
Okay, and you got 1 more. You can spend that last one to get some strain back if you'd like.
Sure. So I'll go back down to 2 strain.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good. And then it is Reaper, your turn. There's 3 of these guys who are right in short range of you. And then there is 2 more, but there were 3 more, but one of them was dropped by Genji's shuriken.
Now, do I need to do anything to trigger my fearsome, or does that just happen?
Oh, and Dave, remember sure to spend a story point too, because he did that extra damage.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Sorry, what was that again?
Oh, just are they within range of my fearsome 2?
No, they have to be engaged with you.
Oh, okay. It's when they engage with me. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do my guns blazing. To suffer 2 strain, to refrain from increasing the difficulty, and then I will fire at these suckers.
Okay. Let me set the difficulty here for you. You have... Hold on. You're...
Sorry.
Okay. Oh.
And now remember, they are unwieldy.
Yes, that's...
Or unwieldy or inaccurate?
No, inaccurate, I think is the one.
Yeah, one of them makes it.
Yeah, so here we go. Add setback dice, but you also have 1 extra green on these because we couldn't add it to your character sheet. I think that's everything for you. So I think you're ready to go here.
Yeah. Oh, and I'll mark the 2 strain.
Oh, well, 1 second. I got to
There we go.
check the double check the range. The range is only...
It's medium on these shotguns.
No. The range is short. Remember, in this game, it isn't like in 2D20 where like the weapon has a range and you count back or forth from there. This one it's just like every other RPG where like whatever the range is, that's the difficulty is. These are at short range right now, so it is 1.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Yeah. Here we go.
That is nice. So that's 3 successes. You don't get the second. You don't have enough. Because what you need.
2.
I think it's 2 advantage to trigger your second hit, right? Is that the way it works?
Is that on the character sheet?
Let's see here. Hold on. 2 weapon.
Yeah.
2 weapon combat. 108. Give me a sec here. You know, my Savage Pathfinder box set showed up today, so I had my head in Savage Worlds this afternoon, I bet. That box set is unbelievable. Ridiculous how much stuff. They do a good job in most of their box sets, but like, fucking hell. Gorgeous books. Really cool accessories. Yeah, spend 2... you need 2 advantage to be able to trigger it.
Okay.
But you hit with 1, though, at 7 damage. That 1, you could trigger Vicious. I think with that. No, that's scoring a critical hit. I'm confusing games here. Recovery 1, because you hit, remember you're not damaged yet, so you don't have to heal anything. But that is, let's see here, 7, 10 points of damage. Look at this. One of them goes down. You've reduced them down to 2. Now, you guys may remember this from last time. One of the reasons why it's great to start chewing through these guys is because normally for you guys, what we do is we take your skill, we take your ability, whatever's the higher one is how many green dice, whatever's the lower one is how many yellow dice. For troops, it's all green dice, and then it's a number of yellow. You make a number of those dice yellow based on the number in the squad -1. So the more you chew through these guys, the less effective they become. So, with these, let's start with the ones with adjacent to you, Reyes. The other 2 ones are like, "We've got incoming! Take them down!" And they'll both fire their pulse rifles at you. Let's see here. So, clear the sucker out here. Difficulty's 1. How many... your defense is a 3, I think, Reyes.
Yeah, I believe that's right.
Okay, so you got 3 defenses.
Yeah.
They have 3 setback dice, and then their agility. We go. I'll use
Kev, during this fight,
Yep.
if we roll the triumph, that's when we get the charges?
You can cash a triumph in to get charges, or you can cash... Actually, I should have said this before, Dave. 4 advantage can be also cashed in to get you a charge.
Okay, yeah. Because that's worth doing, by the way.
Yeah, most definitely.
Going into this final fight, those
Okay.
will be
Can you
huge.
exceed your... Like, is there a certain amount you can get?
5 is the maximum.
5 is max? Okay.
Yeah. It's almost as if it's worth getting into fights here, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
We want to slug it out with some little minions so we can charge up.
You darn right.
Just try to kill them one at a time so that we have lots of rolls to get triumphs.
So I'm going to spend the story points to upgrade. I'm spending 1 story point to upgrade this one. This is against you, Reaper. So I miss with 2 advantage. So they're firing at you, all this stuff around. You're like, moving as if you're made of smoke. They're completely unable to connect with you. I'm going to spend another story point to edit the scene. I don't think I have to do this in this game, but whatever. It's a good mechanic in, what do you call it, in 2D20. What we see in the film version of this is somewhere perched up on the structure at an extreme distance away. There's a sniper. Then the other group will. I don't think they've seen you, Genji. What is your stealth skill in terms of greens and blues? I want to see if they can see you.
My stealth is 3 yellows and a green.
Okay, I'll have to spend another story point here. See if we can't
track down who killed one of their buddies.
They have no idea. They're firing blindly. They're blazing away up into the darkness. Then that is the end of the round, guys. We remove our tokens. Move all turns. Boom, guys, go ahead and click on your tokens. Click on, and it's same thing as vigilance, because we started with vigilance. We continue on with it.
Okay.
Let me make the roll for these clowns.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Not our best rolling.
No. But good to get those bad ones out of the way. Okay, I only got 1 success for them, but I'm going to roll for.
That's right. They were not successful last time.
Yeah, they were not very. Then let's hear. Vigilance. Okay. That is more like it. I'm not spending any upgrades. There we go. So we're going to go hero, trooper, hero, trooper. So which of you guys wants to go first?
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'll do the exact same thing this round. I'm gonna spend my strain and I'm gonna fire at these guys.
Okay.
I'll try and take these troops down so that Genji can parkour up to the
Sounds
sniper.
good. You go right ahead. I got your.
It's ready? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your dice pool's all set up.
Here we go.
Nice. So that is you hit with 2 then. So it's 8 points of damage. That would be 3. So again, another one of these guys goes down. So 8 points of damage twice is 6 in total. Yeah. There's only one of these guys left now. Then
wasn't I supposed to have one more green?
Oh, you were. Yes. Yeah. Go ahead and roll.
Is there a way to just roll a single green?
Yeah, let me get the setup here. 3 advantage.
Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Yeah.
So what are you thinking?
A single advantage, I can recover a single strain, right?
Yeah, and you got 2. So you got 3 advantage in total.
Yeah, but I'm using 2 of them to trigger the.
That's right. Yeah, you could.
Yeah, but I'll take 1 strain back.
Okay. So yeah, as you're ducking and weaving through all this gunfire, then it is. I'll actually go with the sniper next. So she's gonna take an aim at our good buddy Reyes.
Damn it!
And
the problem with being so stealthy, she doesn't know where I am yet.
no. Okay, so her ranged heavy. There we go. And it is use extreme range. Is a range born in the 90s? It is accurate. Fellow Gen Xers would appreciate that.
You know what, Kevin? That hit me more than words.
Another reference to the 90s.
Another reference to an Extreme song.
Oh my God, we're set in a self-referential spiral here. Oh God, Jeff, send help.
I kind of liked Extreme, actually.
I saw them in concert.
Did you?
Birds Hill Park with Sass Jordan, Steve Miller Band, and Bryan Adams.
Nice. My favorite 90s.
Pouring rain for 14 hours.
Oh my God. My favorite 90s concert was when Mid-Oil came as part of another roadside attraction.
Oh, yeah.
And then he just fucking yelled about Domino's Pizza for like 20 minutes on stage. To this day, I fucking love that album.
It's amazing.
Okay. They're doing their last tour actually right now too, and they had to cancel it partway through because of COVID.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I'll spend an upgrade here. I'll use a story point to get an upgrade on the shot. I think I'm going to need to. And I believe that is it. So here we go. This is a tricky one. You got so much defense on you. Whoa. 2 advantage I'm going to grant, plus 1 advantage to the... Oh, it's 2 to her next shot. So there is, there's the pulse shots that are going around, and Reyes, the ground right near just explodes like it's something very large and very heavy just landed in the earth. Someone is sniping at you.
Yeah.
Then Genji, what are you doing?
I'm going to... Can I try and find a way to get closer to the sniper?
You can try and spot the sniper, just like the others had to see you. She is hiding.
Hiding somewhere, yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you give us a perception check, please? And you can. You guys have 4 story points. You can feel free to take an upgrade if you like. Spend a story point.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do an upgrade on that for perception.
Okay.
Do I have any sort of skills that are going to help me with this? I don't think so. Quick draw, reckless? No.
Okay. Okay, this wasn't your action though. It's just you trying to spot where she is. The despair. Yep. I am. Ooh, an opponent may perform 1 free maneuver. So you're looking around trying to spot her, and what you hear is a as the grappling hook. She's repositioned herself, but you can't see where she is, Genji.
Shit. That's not good.
You still have your action. What would you like to do?
I'm going to...
Oh, and click on your story point, too.
Yeah.
Because you got D.
Where's that button again? Use story point.
Perfect.
There we go.
Okay.
Can I move and attack?
Yeah, you can always take movement is a maneuver, and you can take a second maneuver by taking 2 strain, and then you can take an action.
Okay.
So what are you thinking?
I'm trying to. There was something that allowed me to. So
say if you want
a story point to take a move maneuver as an incidental.
Yeah.
What does that do?
That just means it frees up your other 2 maneuvers.
So I don't have to take the strain in order to attack?
Exactly. It also moves you can move for further distance. Well, you don't take a strain to attack. An action is different than a maneuver. You can always take an action, which is to attack or whatever else. I'd probably rule that you're trying to spot them is a maneuver. So you'd have like 1 more maneuver if you take 2 strain, or you could spend, if what you want to do is just move, you could spend a story point and move as an incidental instead of as a maneuver, and then you could still take 2 strain to do another maneuver, and then take your action.
Okay, I think
like the advantage of it having it as an incidental is it gets around the fact that you can normally never take more than 2 maneuvers. Whether you get the extra maneuver from strain or you get the extra maneuver from advantage, from spending advantage.
Okay, so I'm going to use Nimble and spend 1 story point to take a move maneuver as an incidental.
Okay, where are you going?
I'm moving in on those guys that I attacked last round.
Okay, so you're in short range. You're in the same range as them right now. You have to spend 1 more maneuver if you want to get into engage with them and use melee.
Can I reckless charge them?
You, I believe, most definitely can. 2 strain to engage an enemy. Yep. So you race in. I'll put you guys in contact here.
2 success and 2 threat to the result of your next melee attack.
Yep. And your quick draw allows you to get that sword out. And this is the first time you've drawn a melee weapon in an encounter. You're increasing the damage by 2 for this round.
So I add 2 successes, 2 threats, and now I'm adding 2 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'm going to fight, and I think we talked about this before. His Wakizashi is his primary attack for...
So his Wakizashi is...
No, that's like your smaller sword.
Yeah, in
like
the game,
one.
normally in the video game, it's his Wakizashi that he uses as an attack, and it's a katana he uses to deflect or to do his, crazy ghost strike thing. In the game, go ahead and use his katana. It does more damage. Oh no! So you do get 2 successes, fortunately.
Yeah, from my reckless charge.
And you got a shit ton of... Now, what do you want to do? 4 advantage can be... So you'll take 2 strain for 1.
You can take a charge.
2 threat. So 2 threat will cancel out 2 advantage. So you have 3 advantage you can use.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait, because the roll's not right, or what?
No, because he one of the abilities he triggered was his reckless charge.
Oh,
so
he doesn't have to block the strain, does he?
Sorry,
doesn't he? You're saying he has to use 2 of his advantage for that, or what?
He has to use 2 advantage because he also gains 2 threat. Threat automatically cancels out advantage.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So he's got 3 advantage, 2 successes. So you're doing 8, 9, 10 points of damage on these guys.
Okay.
And it's piercing 2, which means you actually... let me first show you the effect here. So you suddenly dive in there and 2 quick strikes of your katana and they're down. You have 3 advantage. What would you like to use that for?
Well, I was just about to add 2 strain, so I will not add the 2 strain from my charge.
Okay.
And one more to...
So if what you could say is that your sudden appearance is going to distract the other Talon squad, so you'll add +1 to Reaper's next action.
Okay.
+1
sure.
Boost dice.
Yeah, I throw them off.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't have to add anything. Okay.
All right. So then, so you appear, Genji, and 2 quick strokes of your katana, and they are down. Anna thinks that's super cool.
Yep. Thanks, Anna. Anna for the vote of confidence.
Then we're making the attack for the trooper. I'm going to spend a story point to upgrade that. And your defense is up there. I think that's everything. So the last guy is trying to fire at you, Reyes. Oh, mama! Triumph. All right, so I got 3 to spare, or 3. What do you call it? Not difficulty. Threats, thank you. I was completely drawing a blank. So first up, let's do damage here, though. You're going to take, what is your soak?
My soak is 5.
It's 5. Okay, so you take, that is 8. You take 10 minus 5. You take 5 points of damage. But he rolled a triumph. Let me double check one thing here. I can't remember if you can automatically trigger critical hits with triumphs or not. Doesn't say it on the DM screen, so it could be wrong. You may need to have the necessary advantage, but let's see. Critical injuries, here we go. Uh-huh. Let's see. For those listening home, once again, it's been a couple of weeks since we last played this, so apologies. We have to look up some stuff once again to remind ourselves of how stuff works.
Well, it's kind of like video replay. We're just making sure we get it right.
Exactly, yeah. All the refs meeting together. I don't know, man. What'd you do? Let's see here. Okay. Oh. There's alternate roles. Oh, here we go. Okay. That's your customizing. One thing I will say is it is cool seeing the game in play again, because I remember how well a job it does in simulating the setting.
Oh yeah, totally. We just need to roll some triumphs of our own now.
Heck yeah. I thought you guys did roll a triumph on something.
Have no fear, Jeff. We shall triumph.
There you go.
I just want to see these specials.
Yeah, I don't think you can spend... Maybe it was in Star Wars you could do that. You can't... It doesn't seem you can spend a triumph to just get a critical hit. So that's... Interesting. Okay, so what I'm going to do is... he manages to, in the course of firing, to activate what do you call it? Activate some kind of warning system. And what we see in the film version of this game is that there was someone who was heading to sort of the front, and then sort of stops, looks over, and am I on the right layer now? This guy begins making his way back towards you guys.
Uh-oh.
He is currently at strategic range right now, so it's going to take him a couple of rounds to get over to you. But that's what I'm spending my triumph on. Then he falls prone, so the Talon Trooper is now knocked down because of the threat. Then it is the end of the round, guys. So let's remove everyone here. Everyone, click on your token and go ahead and give us a vigilance check. Let me get these guys in here. Add him in there.
Every time you say vigilance, I start thinking Grey Wardens, Kev. So I need to
nice.
focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, peaked. I got to do a Saturday afternoon session at Dragon Age at some point because James is the other resident big, what do you call it? Dragon Age fan. And he's on.
Great. Now I get a triumph on my stupid initiative.
Alrighty. So
You could roll 20, just trolling me.
2, 3 for them. And then for the sniper. 3. 304. And then for the big guy, I don't think he's very quick. He is most definitely not very quick. Boom. Eh.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't look too slow.
2-2. All right. So
He knows the terrain, though.
So we have... Oh, that's not right. We have 3 up top. 2... Oh, shit. So I get to go with one guy first. All right. The Talon Trooper... I'll go with him first. Scrambles to his feet as a maneuver, and then is going to try and shoot Reyes one more time here. He does not have a very good chance of hitting, but, you know, we'll see how things go. I'm not spending any... why don't I spend it? Let's keep it interesting. Boom. Can upgrade on their attack, and here we go. Oh, my God! So, Reyes, you're hit once again. That is... 10 minus 5 more damage.
Holy shnikes. Before I can even act, they've almost killed me.
Remember, you have your what do you call it? Your painkillers too. First one you use heals 5, and then it progressively gets, or 5 or 6, and then it progressively gets down from there. So I went with 1. I get to go with 1 more. Why don't I start getting
I'm going to interrupt.
Oh, you're going to interrupt. Nice.
Conditioned reflexes, once per session. I'm going to take a strike point.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I'm going to try and take that heavy trooper.
So the heavy trooper is currently at strategic range, which means that he is, from where you are, he is extreme range. So the difficulty is 4. He is...
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3 range bands away from you right now.
Okay. Then you know what? I will not do it. I thought he was closer for some reason.
No, that is what I'm planning on doing with his next action. Is I'm going to bring him in, and then you could choose to do an interrupt and then take your regular action if you like.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be attacking Reyes. I was going to interrupt, but if he's too far. If I think he's in longer range and he's not really...
Yeah, I know. He's
not a big threat, then I'm not going to try and interrupt him.
Oh, he's also slow moving. Can never spend more than 1 move maneuver per turn. So he is starting to stomp in. So he is now at long range for you, extreme range for Reyes. I can hit you at long range. So, Genji, you can see that that big roto cannon on its forearm starts spinning up. I don't know if you hear squeaking in the background. Someone got a new toy for her birthday this week. So she is very excited by it. All right.
Squeak, squeak.
You can hear it?
Yeah.
All
That
right.
sounds like my old chair.
Yeah. Okay, so moved in from 3 to... So he's long range away from you. Genji, what's your defense? Range defense is like 3, isn't it?
1, I think.
1. Oh, mama. If only... Boy, you better hope you have some kind of ability to reflect shit back at people.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll reflect back at
This is
people.
auto fire. I don't think he'll use auto fire right now. He's just going to try and hit you. Commission Pierce, prepare. Vicious. Okay. So, he gets in now to prepare. Oh, he's got to take 2 strain to be able to do this. He does take strain. Oh, he's got a huge strain threshold. All right, and then he starts firing at you, Genji. Misses. So it fills up around you with a whole bunch of bright red pulse rounds, and then that is it for him. So then one of you guys gets to go. Who would like to go?
I'm short range from the Talon Trooper that was firing on Reyes.
That's right. Yep.
Can I fire out with the shurikens even though I have my sword in one hand?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Do it.
I'll shuriken that bugger.
Oh, hold up. You know what? I'm doing the opposite thing for them. Sorry, guys. I said for you guys to count up, and for them, I'm counting down. Let me do this. There we go. I said I'm so force of habit with these tokens. Okay, sorry, Dave, go ahead. Let me set up the difficulty for you. Short range. It's got no penalties. You have... are your shurikens accurate? No. They are auto-fire. So, what you could do, Dave, if you want to hit more than once, you can choose to increase the difficulty of combat checks by 1. If so, you may activate to inflict 1 additional hit with each 2 advantage. And this isn't an upgrade, it just makes the difficulty. It goes from a 1 to a 2.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. So
Try
I can
that.
hit it more than once.
Okay?
Yeah. Do I have to use a story point thing?
No, this one is just, it's a function of your ability. Your shurikens has the auto-fire trait.
Okay.
So that means just you can choose to take that tactic. Look at that. So you can't trigger a second hit, but it is 1, so 6, 7, 8 points of damage. Look at this. Do you want to spend a story point to do your extra 4? Guarantee and take this down. They are pretty, that bulky armor there does seem to be affording a fair amount of protection.
Extra damage.
So they are, that one is firing at Reyes, and then there's this flash of throwing stars that hit, and down it goes. All right, then it is, you still have a maneuver as well, Genji, if you want to move somewhere.
Yeah. I'm going to try and hide not very well.
So
This is where we know the sniper's watching, and I'm going to pretend to try and duck around a corner, but not very well.
Okay,
Or something
okay,
like-
yeah. All right. Then it is Reyes' turn. What are you doing, Reyes?
Well, I guess I'm... You know what? I'm going to use one of my things.
Okay.
My I can't remember what they're called. The inventory, the healing
your
things.
painkillers?
Yeah, the meds, the painkiller.
Yeah. Okay. And I think
Because I'm at 10 wounds, so
the first one heals 6. Let's
was
see.
6 or 5?
It's either 5 or 6, and then it goes down by 1 for each additional one you use.
Yeah.
I thought it was
reason
6. Hold on, let's see. 5 feels right, but I want to say 6 for some reason. Let's see here. Painkillers. First one is 5. Automatically heals 5, then it goes down by 1.
Yeah. Well, let's do the first one.
Okay. All right. That's a maneuver to get that done.
And then what range is he at?
So the big one is currently at extreme range from you and long range from where Genji was.
And I have not seen the sniper yet, so I could try to locate
The
the
sniper, you could spend another maneuver, take 2 strain to take another maneuver to try and spot her.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Let me set up the difficulty here for her stealth. And I'm not giving her any ambient stuff. Like, there's no situational protections that are going on here.
And then that's perception?
It will, yeah, I'll tell you when you're ready here.
No, I know. I'm just
to
checking what I'm rolling.
Yeah, yes, perception.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Ready when you are.
Okay, here we go.
Can't see her. So knowing you can't see where she is, you still have an action you can take here. And the trooper is oncoming.
I can't shoot extreme range.
No,
so...
medium is the maximum range for you.
Yeah.
So, what are you thinking?
I guess I could move closer to him.
That would make it long range to him, which means teleportation distance.
Like next turn, I could teleport to him.
Precisely.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So you start racing down into the actual complex itself. All right, then the last one is the sniper. Now, Genji, you were taking your action to try and draw her attention, right?
Yeah.
So in
Make it
the
look
film version of this, we see her with that big apparatus on her head, and she just sort of grins, says, "There you are." Only she sounds like a woman, not a man.
Yeah.
So she lines up her shot. Let me get her attack set up here. Your defense is currently a 1, right?
Correct.
Okay, and you would be at... you didn't move closer to Reaper, right?
No, I attacked that.
Right, so you're in medium range for her, so it's a little easier to hit. But that's 2... If it wouldn't get the copyright strike, I would have loved to put some of the Overwatch music on the background. For those of you playing at home who are not streaming, you certainly could do that with these set of rules.
Totally. Oh, I thought you were going to say they could just play the Overwatch music over our game. From
Oh,
home.
yeah, you can do that too. Look at what Dave was doing when we were playing Star Wars. He was playing it on his headset while we were playing. Okay. It's accurate as well, too. I think I got everything I need here. Let's play dangerous here too. Oof, she's really looking forward to getting you there, Genji. And that is a hit of, let's see here, 9. That is 12 points of damage.
Huh.
And it ignores 2 points of your armor or your soak.
Do I have to click a button to
You just have to
deflect
use up all your stuff to tell us how you...
Oh, yeah. So Genji's got his ultimate charged up, and he's waiting for this. He's baiting her to attack. He knows he's in medium range, and he deflects that attack back at her using 2 charges from his ultimate, and back at the attacker as an incidental, doing double damage.
Double damage. So that means she is taking 24 points of damage.
Yes, we've been waiting for this moment.
All you can see it from range. Her gun fire. We see you know, your sword flashes, and then from a distance, all you hear is a dull thud, and then you see her slump over and drop out of the tower. That brings us to the end of that round, guys. Let's go ahead and click on your tokens. Oh, you know, we're at fucking 9 o'clock already. Holy shit.
Wow.
You want to take our mid-session break now?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we could finish this. There's only one guy left, right?
Yeah, let's take our mid-session break, Jeff.
All right, so we'll take a mid-session break. We will be back momentarily, guys.
Refuel for this. Well, that was good.
Yeah, the deflection thing. Yeah, we were waiting for that. That
need
played
some
out
time.
exactly how we wanted.
We almost need to milk this fight with this tank till we can get some triumphs.
Well, I know that's what I was saying too, right? Like we need some charge points.
Yeah, can't go into like a boss battle with wounded and no triumphs or no up charges or whatever.
Yeah.
I have the Battle of Alberta up on my screen behind my computer. I'm not really watching it, but I just looked up and there's like a whole bunch of guys in the penalty box. I'm like, all right.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be that kind of series.
Oh yeah, especially after Calgary embarrassed Edmonton in the first game.
Okay. Are you guys playing into the Canadian stereotype and talking about hockey?
Yeah. Well, the two teams from your province are playing each other.
Tell me about it's hilarious because I can take the dog for I usually take the dog for a walk around like 9 o'clock-ish now because that's like just before sundown. Every fucking TV has hockey.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
We have our firm has an office in Calgary and an office in Edmonton. And we had the marketing department got everyone who was actually working in the office to get together and do like Flames jerseys and Oilers jerseys.
Oh my!
And the first game, Kev, was ugly. Like there's terrible goaltending, and it was 9-6. Edmonton scored 6 goals and lost by 3.
Huge score for hockey, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. That's ridiculous.
Jesus.
Especially for the playoffs.
Yeah, it's like triple what it probably should have been.
Mm-hmm. As hockey scores are not as bad, but I mean it's closer to like soccer or football scores, right? As opposed to like American football or like basketball.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Right? Okay. Yeah. For those listening at home, you may not be aware that I don't give a shit about sports, so I don't know anything about them. Okay. Then, guys, where we left things off was at a long distance away. We had this thing stalking in. And then we may have...
Initiatives?
Well... Let's first add in a couple more things. Keep it interesting. All right, so then, guys, let's get rid of our initiative tokens here. Remove all turns. Clear. And let me make sure things clear. Oh, yeah, your initiative thing, when you're rolling the initiative button, it should not interact with the character sheet or my dice pool thing at all. So you guys can feel free to go right ahead. Go ahead on.
I think I want to go early. So I think I'm going to rapid reaction 3 strain to add 3 successes to a vigilance for cool.
You got it. Okay, so we got here. Oop,
I hate Roll20. That is the second triumph that I've rolled on initiative when it doesn't do anything.
Oh,
my
man.
goodness. Every attack I roll, junk. Then I roll freaking stupid initiative, and I get all these dang triumphs. Useless.
Yeah. Annis is high. Ooh. Anna's looking forward to vacation, too.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. Hopefully this time she won't lunge at Grandpa when she first sees him.
Yeah, get so excited that it's an
Scared
actual.
the shit out of my dad.
What days are you going to be? What days are you going to be in the peg, Kev?
We'll be in the pig from 26th. I'm driving out. Next Thursday I'm driving out, and I'm going to drive home on the 6th.
Okay, I'm driving home on the 5th. I'm going out on the 2nd.
Oh, nice. Okay. I mean, I guess we can see. This week, I'm not sure we're doing this weekend. I'm going to be in your neck of the woods this weekend, and I'm going to take Anna's taking a visit to the park. So I don't know if you're around on Friday or Saturday or Sunday, but now I know it's a girlfriend time, but okay. So he's at 5. So it looks like the bad guys are going first, guys.
So I had the 3 successes from the
Oh,
stream.
yes, you do. Hold on. 3 successes was, and you rolled what, 2? Genji rolled 3. Okay. So here we go. So it'll be 1 bad guy, 1 good guy, 1 bad guy, 1 good guy. So first up, let's see here. We have a dead sniper. The heavy trooper. Keep stomping in. We'll be at medium range right now. And then, let's see here. Medium range. I'll increase the difficulty by 1 so I can do auto fire. Genji, you just killed the sniper. I'm going after you. And then, got my gunnery set up here. You can also, guys, remember, you can spend a story point to increase the difficulty of my rolls. You're sitting on 4, and I've got 1. So if you do want to increase the difficulty, you're welcome to do that. Going?
Yeah.
Going?
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
You see that story point? There you go. Okay.
I was like, I'm on the wrong page. We're on the wrong page. Wait, hold on.
Hurry up, hurry up. Oh my god. All right, so and then I'm seeing what other abilities he's got here. All right, and then opens fire on Genji. Oh! So the area around you, all the scaffolding and whatnot that you've hidden yourself in, Genji, is just getting blown away by this stuff. If you had been hit by this stuff, you can see it's chewing through the metal and concrete around you. So it is definitely a wise play to have not, what do you call it, to increase the difficulty. Yeah, that difficulty got rid of 2 hits. If you hadn't done that, that would have been 2 hits on you. So that's a lot of damage. But to advantage, what he'll do is he will get extra blue on his next action. Then it is one of you guys who wants to go.
I think Genji uses train, so he's going to go.
Yeah.
And he is going to duck out of sight. So, like, run around some debris and say, "You got this. They're all yours." And try to stealth move and put himself in a position to attack next round.
Okay. So let's see here.
Unless I can do all that in 1 round, like hide, get around, and move around, and then.
So what is the benefit of hiding? What is it? Is there a mechanical thing you're trying to do, or is this a narrative flourish?
This is a narrative thing. He's a ninja.
It's fine. Yeah. Then you don't need to spend an action. So if you it depends how you want to attack. Do you want to attack in melee or you want to attack in range?
Yeah, actually, you know what I'm going to do? So I'm going to parkour.
Nice.
On backside of I'll go around a wall and I'll parkour it a little bit so that I can do like a jump off attack with my sword.
Yep. Okay, so to short range, so that'll put you at short range, and then you'll have to spend a maneuver to get into engaged with him, and then you still have, if you spend 2 strain, you can take another maneuver. I don't think you have one necessarily, but just that is an option for you. And go ahead. Let me set up the... now, this is... we get to make... I'm remembering the adversary rule that I like so much from this. Let's see how this works. Melee is always a 2. Genji, I believe you are ready to go here.
Okay, so I had previously drawn my sword for Way of the Blade.
Yep.
And that's gone, right?
That's gone, yeah. That was only just until the remainder of your turn.
For the remainder of that turn. Okay, I'm just making sure I got that terminology.
Yep. And I don't think there's anything that will... Oh, because you've got your sword out, it'll actually boost your defense. Your defense is now going to be a 2.
Oh, okay.
Because defense and deflection are both... Defensive gives you +1 defense in melee. Deflection gives you +1 defense at range. So now your defense is a 2/2.
Okay. So yeah, he ducks around the corner, parkours a little bit, and then jumps down and attacks this big monstrosity with his sword.
Yeah, okay. I think that unless you're spending story points, the dice pool's ready to go. Nice. Hold up. Good to go.
Hold up. All right, katana. Let's do it.
Here we go. Oh, nice hit. All right. So that is... So 1 threat. I'm going to give you 1 strain. I'll just flat out... This is a difficult... to cut through this guy. Then you do 10 points of damage on this. And you also pierce 2, which helps to reduce his soak, which is helpful because his soak is a fucking 8.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but that is 10 points of damage. It's a soak of only 6 now. So look at this. You cut, and like this thing is, it's nothing but armor, right? Like this is a cyborged up, heavy weapons platform.
But now there's a big flash there, and you see like sparks and shit flying from it.
Exactly. And you hear this thing moan, and it's got this like weird digitized quality to its voice. Then it is the heavy trooper, I guess. Oh no, he's already gone. The squad. Squad is at medium range for you. You are engaged, which I think increases the difficulty by 1. Double check here. It's all coming back to me now. By which I mean I know what I need to look up. Yeah. Okay, range.
There were nights when the wind was so cold.
Make a range. At engaged targets. When attacking a target with an engaged target, it upgrades the difficulty by 1, and the attacker's check succeeds but generates at least 1 despair. That despair automatically spent to hit an ally. So hopefully these guys don't hit. Yeah, all right. So
Canadian musical references while we're making Canadian sports references while we're playing. Just make it even more Canadian.
Dave, you're ahead by a century. My goodness. All right, so we're going to move in here. The 2 of them move in, so they are in short range of you, Genji.
Right at the 100th meridian, I think.
Yeah. Oh boy, you got to watch your little bones, especially. I know what I'm listening to. Thank God this is on landborne, though. If it was at sea, it would be a nautical disaster.
Oh, I know.
All right, we're through. Let's see. Or I am. Dave, you can feel free to carry on.
I'm fine. I've got courage.
Okay, let's see here. I need... Okay, so for these 2 guys, difficulty is going to be 2. They do not have an time to aim, so they don't get a boost for this. You get the ranged. Yep, okay. And I will I'll upgrade their attack by 1, and your defense is currently at 2 because you get your katana out. This is instantly why the katana is a better choice for this particular action too, Dave, because it's got a Pierce 2, while your Wakizashi's got Pierce 1. Then I think we're good to go here. So, is that right? Yeah. So we got 2 triumphs, and so let's first 2 despairs. Oh.
We like that. Except, yeah.
Yep, a despair. Oh, no, it's not a despair. Sorry. I saw the threat as a despair. I was like, oh, you're going to hit an ally. No, it's just going to... okay, first off, you're going to take a Genji. That is 8, 9 points of damage. Subtract your soak on that. And...
So 5? And that goes on the blue or the red?
That goes on the red. And then, unfortunately, I can spend 2 triumphs. They're not destroying it, but they blow the sword out of your hand. You get around and like maybe you're trying to set up another deflection. The sword goes flying out of your hand, shot out, and it lands. It's short range away, so it's still within the same zone. But you will need a maneuver to get over there, and need a maneuver to pick it up. Although you get your quick draw, I'll let you quick draw it for free. So as long as you can get over there, you can get that sword up, or you can make use of your Wakizashi. Yeah. That was the first squad, so they're firing at you. And then the second squad, they will do the... Oh, Reaper, you're actually not far away. Let's fire on you. Let's spread the love around here. Okay, Reaper, you're a lot harder to hit, though.
They don't know that.
You're stalking towards him, laughing in a creepy way, carrying your gun, your twin Hellfire shotguns. Let's use another story point here. Upgrade this attack, keep it interesting, and they start firing away their pulse cannons at you, or pulse guns. No hits. Okay, now I've got some despair to spread around for them as well. So
I need them not to hit.
Each of you guys gets a free boost dice on your next attack.
Awesome.
So they're firing at you. Now, final thing. Reyes, your turn. What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to open fire back at the crew that just shot at me.
Okay. They're medium range.
Yeah.
You get one extra...
I guess I could move first? It doesn't matter. Yeah, I guess I could move towards them first, right?
You spend a maneuver to get in. Depends on what you want to spend your other maneuvers doing.
Yeah, no, that's good. I'm going to move close to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll reduce the difficulty by 1.
Yeah, let's make it a little easier.
Okay, you have one more maneuver. What do you want to do? So dual wield?
Yeah, the one where I add strain, right?
Yeah, dual wield is once per round. Use a maneuver to reduce the difficulty of the next combined combat check by 1.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. So that doesn't raise it. And then if you're spending 2 strain, you can also prevent it from going up. It's already at 1. You can't get lower than that.
Yeah, I can't get any lower, so I don't need to do that this turn. But here we go.
Here we go.
Come on. Triumph. Hellfire shotguns.
Here we go. 2. Okay, so that is... Oh, and you got your second hit. Nice.
Nice. So then I can heal.
All right. Yes, so you heal. You hit twice, so you can heal yourself of 2.
Yeah.
And then each of those hits does 9. So that's 8 in total. 2 of them, you're just... as you're walking in. And one of the guys goes down. Another one is quite badly hurt. Then that is the end of the round, guys.
Actually, can I use a story point to do my combat maneuver thing? Or
yes, you can. Yeah.
Combat reflexes, 1 per session.
1 per session,
story
absolutely.
Point to take an extra out of turn action.
You got it. What do you want to do?
No, it's 1 per session. Have I done that yet?
You have not done it yet. No, you talked about doing it, but haven't done it yet.
Right. I think this would be a great time to reacquire my sword.
Okay. So, yeah, you would have to spend one action to disengage from the heavy trooper, and then you can use an incidental to pick up the sword. So you zip away, scoop
Nice.
the sword, and that's it. Okay, great. Guys, go ahead and click on your tokens. Boom. And roll initiative. Why is this screwing up?
Triumph.
Okay.
Nope.
No triumph this time?
No triumph this time, thank goodness.
Okay, so let's see here. We'll roll. Okay, so there is yeah, for the squad and for heavy trooper. Okay. So squad, heavy trooper got 3, or well, it doesn't really matter. It's just 3 and 0:3. All right, so it looks like we've got player character. Once again, same thing. Player character, enemy, player character, enemy.
Want to go, Jeff?
Yeah, because I think I can minimize one of these squadrons right away and keep their attacks down.
So you are at short range. You are at medium range of them right now.
Yeah. Okay. So same thing.
Oh wait, did you? No, you closed in. You're at short range of them.
Yeah, I'm in short range now.
Yep. So short range.
And did the 2 strain.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't need. Sorry, I don't need to do that because it's already at 1.
Exactly.
Yeah. Never mind. And take aim.
Where that's helpful is if you want to keep it at a range.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Or you don't have a maneuver left. To spare.
But my strain's already like halfway up, so it's probably better to move in close and
Can.
shoot these bastards.
Look at that. Okay, so only 1 hit, but that's 10 points. So again, you're just, I'm assuming, focusing fire.
Yeah,
that is another guy down. He's trying to fire at you. Your shots just take him down in a hail of fire. You injure the other last standing one, too. Then it is the trooper.
I was just looking. I didn't hit the. It cost me a story point to do my maneuver last round.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. Okay. Then I will take that with gratitude.
You forgot to click it.
All right, then the heavy trooper is going to try and he's not moving. So I can spend a maneuver to aim. Both Genji and Reyes are at short range. And I'm going to auto fire, so I'll bump up the difficulty on this by 1. And then Genji, your defense right now, because you got that katana back in your hand, is a 2. Gunnery. Boom. Let's keep it interesting. I'm going to spend a story point to upgrade the attack. You can also spend a story point to upgrade the defense or the difficulty as well, if you choose.
Yeah.
You do that?
I'm like, we got 4, he's got 1. Let's do it.
Okay. Then, let's see here. I think that's everything I need. So we open.
Well, we also need to keep you on your feet, so.
Absolutely.
Not dying after the mid-session break. Good.
Did you use a story point? There we go. Okay. And here's his shot. Oh! So, Genji, you are hit by a hail of gunfire from this. That is 12 points of damage. I know. Anna thinks it's bullshit. No! Not Dave's character. So it's 12 points of damage. Reduce your soak by 1 because it's got piercing.
Okay, so that would be soak 3.
Soak 3, which means you take
9?
9 points of damage and 9 points of damage.
Oh my goodness. What?
Okay. So
much for keeping you on your feet.
Because you took an excess, Dave, why don't you go ahead and go to the critical table and click on your critical hit or critical injury. See what you suffer. I think there's actual critical injury table.
Critical injury table. Okay.
Yep.
Roll critical.
Yes, please. Oh, 99! Oh my god! Oh. Oh.
Wow.
Limb crippled until healed or replaced.
Oh my
Increased it. So because you're this actually fits in with your whole like early life cyber thing too. Choose through one of your cyber arms, I think. No, because like I don't want you not being able to move. So one of your arms, you maybe like bringing your arm up to try and deflect this stuff, and you're like hit too hard, and then one of your arms just anime style, like a bullet goes through it, the arm goes flying up in the air. We see in slow motion the bits of broken metal that fly off, and you're like grabbing your or moving your busted arm off. You're still up, Dave. You're still not, and also 14 is where you are. I don't think you need to.
You don't go exceed?
I can't remember. Let's see here. Let's find out. Hold on here. So I was looking at that. I think I used to do it wrong in Star Wars, including a lot of other stuff I did wrong in Star Wars. Turns out it's kind of key to read the rules. If we're talking about DM tips here, read the rules.
Read the rules. That's a
Read
good
the rules.
That is a real good one.
Okay.
Do you follow the Bad DM Advice Twitter account?
No, I don't.
Oh, it's funny.
Is it? Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Okay. When a PC suffers wounds greater than their wound threshold, they are knocked out and incapacitated until their wounds are reduced, so they no longer exceed it. So you do keep the full amount. And you can see that Genji's been knocked to the ground by this thing's fire, Reyes. He has not used any healing stuff today, so a couple of painkillers will probably get him back up. But yeah.
I have those. I have those too.
Yeah, I'm assuming each of you guys has sort of like healing vials on them, on you. So that was the heavy trooper's turn. Now it is one of you guys. Who would like to go?
Your call if you want to recover right now before you're.
Oh, he's knocked down and.
I'm KO'd.
Oh no, I already went. Didn't I? I tried to, because I acted trying to like lower their. I hit the one group and shot one
shit!
guy.
Yeah, that's right. You know you did. Hold on here. Let's see. Let's see here.
Cyber armor. Does it have an auto injector for when I go down?
Yeah, that sounds. Let's say that that's the case.
Mobile, add defense +1.
Well, let's do that. So you'll add 5. You'll heal 5 for the first one applied. And then you'll heal 4 for the second one applied. That'll be 2 actions you could take this round as your armor sort of auto injects. So it'll recover 9. Okay, so you're at your wound threshold now. Ooh.
I'm still laying there. I'd be like, oh, fuck, that hurt.
Yeah. Oh, my arm. And your arm's gone. Now, the troopers. Let's see here.
Gosh.
One. Okay, so you did move in, Reyes, so you're at short range. So I'll do the more challenging squad here. 1, 2, 3. You have 3 points. You want to upgrade the defense? Take the shot.
Do we need the story points to help Genji get up or not?
Nope.
I don't want to waste them. Okay, then yeah, let's upgrade because I don't want to drop 2.
Okay. So spend a story point.
Where's Wayne? He says he's not even asking for a TPK. And
yeah, he's gonna miss it.
yeah. Kev gets the,
make sure you click on the story point then, Jeff.
Oh yeah, sorry. I meant to.
Kev's pushing for the TPK, and Wayne's not even here to notice.
All right, here we go, and 1 to spare. You get +1 on your next, +1 boost on your next action. That was their turn, actually. And then I believe, guys, that brings us to the end of the. Oh, hold on, 1 more can shoot you. 1, 2, 3, 1. This guy's only got 3 greens in his shot, though. Although he can spend a maneuver and aim. So let's see here. Shit. And I think I can hit with a critical with that one. Reyes, the one surviving guy, which I guess you're closest to, he has the most attention on you. He turns around and manages to clip you with his pulse rifle. You take 9 points of damage. Your full soak applies, and then give us a roll on the critical hit.
9, so that's 4 gets through.
Okay.
So it's just a D100, right?
No. You click on go to the critical hits tab.
Right. Yeah, there's a tab. That's right.
Yeah, it tracks your crits on your character sheet.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. 66. Remove all boost dice from all. Oh my. Wow. All right. So you have no boost dice from now until the end of the encounter. Just really. That is order 66, apparently. Good Lord. You also lose all your Jedi on your team.
Scattered senses.
Yeah. Yikes. Okay. So then, guys, we are. That's the end of the round. Let's roll initiative once again here. So that's for the big guy. And that is for the troopers. So I got 3 and 1.
Hey, Jeff, there's another triumph on initiative.
Of course.
Jesus. Okay, I got rid of these here. There we go.
We would have had like our actual powers up. It would have helped us so much to have our powers up on this fight.
Yeah. Okay, so here, I rolled 3, 2, and I rolled 0, 4. All right, so we've got one of the bad guys, then you guys, then one of the bad guys. So now, Genji, did you use your ability already?
Yep.
Okay. Oh gosh, the heavy trooper is going to turn to Reyes. You want to spend that point to upgrade the difficulty right away?
Do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a heavy trooper. I think if I don't do it, then we're in big trouble.
I'm going to try and auto fire again. So I'll spend the upgrade.
I did the defense. I made it difficult, and I had my sword in my hand, and I still got a
Got his arm blown off. All right, so he turns and opens fire with this. He only hitting 4. Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it was fun.
It was auto fire too, so you're actually hit twice. So that is...
Oh, that's like crazy damage then.
11 points of damage with your soak reduced by 1. So what's your soak? 5, I think?
Yeah, so
5 down to
4.
So 7 points of damage from each hit.
Yeah, which puts me to... So I have 5 left. So
yeah,
the first one puts me 2 over.
Okay, so then roll your critical hit for that one, because you've been pushed over the wound threshold.
Yeah.
Limb permanently lost.
Wow!
Oh god, so he blows off one of your feet, maybe? Or your... Holy shit.
Maybe he loses his shotgun. He's arm hunting like a Sith Lord.
Yeah. Then, it could be your arm goes off, and then go ahead and roll.
The second one does
second one,
crit?
yeah, because you get another.
And do I stay? I go to 12 full wounds. Is that how that works?
No. You go to 14. If you get double your wounds, if you got to 24, you die.
Oh,
so
okay.
you
I'm
keep
at 21.
track of, I think you're at 19, aren't you?
No,
Because you were at what, 5 before?
Both of them did 7 damage.
Yeah, so it's 14, and weren't you at 5? That's 19 then. 14 plus 5 is 19.
No, I was at.
Or you at 7?
Was at 7.
Okay, so 21. Oh my god! Go ahead and roll one more crit.
Here we go.
Fearsome wound. Difficult to all presence and willpower checks by 1. Okay. All right, so you were taken down, and you were likewise struggling. You guys get to go now. What do you guys want to do?
What can we do?
So Genji is below his wound. He's at his wound threshold, but not over the wound threshold. He has full ability to act right now. Genji, I think you got up in time to see Reyes just like get both of those chain guns have turned on him, and he's been mowed down. You think you saw one of his hands blown off as well?
Shite. Okay, well, I'm going to. I don't know. Can I give myself a 3-point medicine thing?
Yeah, yep. That's a maneuver. You got 3 points back. You got 2 more left. 1 for 2, 1 for 1.
Yeah.
That's a maneuver. You're still, and you're at short range. If you want to engage with this guy again, you can do that. Your attacks will be with one hand, so the difficulty will be increased by 1.
Can I sheath my blade as part of a move or something?
I'll let you do as part of your quick draw thing. You kind of stuck your blade away.
Yeah. Well, because I was thinking, what I was thinking is doing is so I give myself a shot and get up and like, okay, I got to get to Reyes and give him a medicine thing.
What is the thing?
Wait, 4?
Your ability to move nimble.
Parkour one strain to move any location in short range as a maneuver, or I can parkour improved. Suffer 4 strain to move any location in medium range.
Yeah, you also have nimble. Spend a story point to take a move maneuver as an incidental.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's probably better because I'm already pretty strained.
Okay. So if you want to zip over, I'll let you then apply. And I think Gabriel is on number 2 for his healing things or painkillers.
Yeah.
So
In fact, if I take every single one left that I can take today, then I'll be at 1 under my wound threshold.
Well, I'll get.
Okay, so Genji races over, applies those 2 things on you. I'll apply the first one on you, so you will gain 4 back. So you're at 17 over right now. Or 17 in total.
Yeah, 17 total.
Okay. Then, Reyes, you could take 2 maneuvers as your action. You want to apply 2 more painkillers?
Yeah, might as well.
That'd be 5 more down, so you're just below your wound threshold right now.
I'm exactly at it, right?
But you're not over it.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm not over it.
Yeah. Okay. So you look down, and Reyes is missing a hand. Genji is missing an arm.
Oh my gosh.
Then it is the
Where the hell's Cassidy?
trooper. Yeah, Cassidy was here. What a difference! All right, so
George, this is a good time to log in now, George. John, if you're watching, you can log in.
John's got what do you call it? He's got people company in all weekend, doesn't he?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So okay, then it is the trooper's turn. So one of the troopers.
We made it easy for them. We grouped together so they could just spray and pray.
So we'll do the smaller one is going to attack you, Genji. We have 3 and they'll aim. You have no story points left. God, the only way you get them back is by me spending them. I'm sorry. This is probably the best one to spend it on.
It's all right. I also don't have my sword in my hand because I had to put it away in order to...
shit, so your defense is only a 1. Okay, well, here we go. This is... All right, so that is a hit for 9 points of damage.
Amazing.
And I can trigger another critical hit. So 9, it is not piercing whatsoever, so you apply your full armor or full soak against it. Fuck. So you're taking 2 critical hits. Go ahead and roll 2 critical hits here. Let's see what's happening.
Bam!
Head ringer ricochets off of that armor set. Standard cannot perform action on next turn. You can still do maneuvers. So which all fits in with the same thing. It just really rings your bell. Genji looks down at Reaper and is like, we must go. You see he's quite badly bell rung. And then Reaper got your defense. Okay. And they'll aim as well. I'm not going to spend a story point on this. Go ahead and give us a another critical hit. So that'll be this thing. What's your full armor? So it's a 5.
Yeah.
They did 10 points damage, take 5 points of damage.
I'm back to 17.
Okay.
And another critical?
At the brink. Except for 1 strain each time you perform an action. The reason your thing is going up to each critical you've got adds plus 10 to the next roll that you make for a critical hit.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, our heroes are pretty badly hurt right now.
We're good.
Let's.
It's all good. We're good.
All right, we're moving all turns. Guys, go ahead and click on your tokens. And let's roll some initiative here. Now, I know it's 1. Bless you.
Excuse me.
All right, I got 2 and 1. 2 and 1, and I got 0 and 2. Heroes always go first. So that'll be hero, bad guy, hero, bad guy, hero, bad guy. So which of you would like to go first?
You're able to do something, so you might as well go first.
I'm able to do something? Oh, because I'm not at double my wounds?
Oh, you guys both can't. Well, Genji, what your next painkiller? How much does it heal?
3, I think.
You might be the next one. Reaper heals by 1, which doesn't bring him above his or below the wound threshold.
Okay, so I give myself another healing.
Okay, so you're down to 13. Okay.
And I grab Reaper and I drag him behind cover, or like around a corner, or like one arm on Reaper, and I just like drag him and try and get away.
So you're going to have to take 2 strain on that, because remember, you can't take actions this round because your bell being rung. So you drag him behind cover now, so he's going to have some extra defenses on his thing. Then, oh boy.
That cover is going to be obliterated by chain guns.
Yep, so we got 1. I'm going to do auto fire. I got extra. I'm going to give you a better cover for that.
And I'm going to curse. Where the fuck is Cassidy?
Yeah, I'll spend a story point to upgrade. You guys can spend a story point as well. I just wanted to get some more back in your camp there. What do you think, guys? Here's the upside. Well, one of the reasons why you might want to do it is because in combat, it's always rolling against purples. The only way you're going to see a despair is if you spend story points to turn those purples into reds.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Done.
Where's the dice pool?
All right. So we go. Oh. That is only 12 points of damage this time, though, Reaper. So you get to, and it's piercing 1.
Yeah, so that's enough to knock me all the way to double my wounds.
Okay. Reaper may be dead. Genji.
Get
your
out
guy's
of here
turn.
if you
What are you doing?
can.
You can take full actions now, Genji.
I went.
Oh yeah, he pulled me around the corner.
Oh,
That's
no.
right.
So can you kill me instead so that he has a chance to survive? No.
No, I used his. He had the better defense. That's why I attacked him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have our first TPK in a while. Wayne is going to listen. Sorry, Wayne.
Troopers are going to move in to be. Now you'll still enjoy the cover against the troopers. So let's see here, Genji. You have 3 defenses. There's 1. Do you want to spend any? What did I do here? Nope. That's what I want. Do you want to spend any story points? Upgrading the difficulty here. And they're going to aim. So here we go. Boom. Nice. All right. So 2 despair on them.
Hey, Jeff, jump into Cassidy's character sheet.
Okay, and then the
Kev will never know.
last guy.
Kevin will never know.
All right, so the troopers fire at you guys. Oh my gosh. So fortunately, the troopers miss you. They don't actually manage to connect with anything. And the despair for them, or threat for them, you may immediately perform a maneuver, Genji. They've given you an opening. What would you like to do?
Can I disengage?
You're not actually engaged with them. You're at short range with them right now. If you want to move to move one more range band, you'd be at medium range from them.
Can I improve parkour? Wait, what would 4 strain put me at?
4 strain will put you over your strain threshold.
So I mean,
and
a breather or something?
if you exceed your strain threshold, you become incapacitated until your strain is reduced. They're likely unconscious, or they may just be dazed or staggered, that they're completely unaware of their surroundings.
Okay, well, then I won't do that. I'll just run.
Can't you do... I mean, you got the 1 strain variety of parkour, though, right?
That doesn't put me over. That just puts me 1 under. Yeah, so parkour...
the advantage there, you could move straight up into the scaffolding and try and take, to get... So that prevents them from having a shot on you.
Yeah, I'm going to go up.
Okay. All right, so you're dragging Reyes with you?
If I can.
Yep. Okay, so you got Reyes up. Oh, he seems dead to the world. That's the end of that round. Let's remove all turns. All right, so let's do this. Let's put Reyes. We'll put you back at below your wound threshold. So you're at 12 once again.
Okay.
So once you get a chance to catch your breath, you see Reyes sort of sputters and his eyes go open. For those listening at home, we've been playing this just to fuss around, so we're not really concerned about whether a character dies or lives or whatever. All right, so then, guys, what you then hear, here's the consequence of that. Is you can hear from elsewhere on this, there's like a platform leading over to a nearby thing. You hear someone with a German accent. Who is out there? That's not a German accent, but it's... I was trying to remember. I'm like, okay, what does a German accent sound like? That doesn't just sound like a bad, Colonel Klink impression. Who is out there? And a person seemingly even bigger than what the other guy was steps out. This must be Gerhard Linz, a.k.a. Blackheart, the renegade crusader.
The one who we were waiting to find, basically.
Yes, the one that you'd heard about as well. Guys, I'll give you 1 round to do things as everyone's sort of repositioning themselves. What are you doing? While you're doing that, I'll find the token for...
Give myself another shot of the stuff to get me down to 2 more points.
Okay, go ahead.
What would I do?
Do we have like a battle medicine, an arm repair?
Reyes still hasn't teleported this encounter either, just as an FYI.
Yeah, like I could sort of kind of try to fuck off, I guess. I mean, I wonder if that's what he would do, is just like...
He's sputting up blood. Your arm's been blown off.
Yeah, like, it's like, can you get out of here, Genji?
I could probably get out of here. I'll just need to take my time and pick my opportunity to withdraw.
I'm barely alive here, man. we may have to retreat. I
knew I
think
should
we're
have called
a little over our heads.
I knew I should have called Cassidy. I figured, maybe I can help you on my own. I didn't realize you were going to be picking such a big fight.
I didn't know it was a war zone either. What do you think, friend? Live to fight another day?
I think what you can hear as well is the sound of something in the air. That looks like Phil Collins. No, it looks like.
He's not Canadian, though. We don't get Canadian.
No, it's exclusive.
No Canadian points.
Looks like this. There's a drop ship that seems to be trying to look over the survey the area.
Damn.
Yeah, let's flee.
Okay. How far can you teleport?
Well, that drop ship will be in long range.
Can you get into that dropship?
Yeah, and try and take control of it. I could.
Can you drop some armaments on these guys?
Maybe.
I want
Yeah.
an arm.
Yeah.
Don't blow up an arm.
I'll try not to. Okay, yeah, I'll go for it. I mean, what else am I going to do, right? We got to...
Yep, and this is where your parkour
Go
as
for
well,
broke.
Genji. If he can get the ship into medium range, you could spend strain to, your way up into that thing.
Is there a way to rest to remove strain, or is some other way to remove strain?
Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, so like there is a catch your breath thing in a lot of other games. Why don't you reduce it by 5? We'll say you get a chance. Oh no, I know what we do. Hold on, there is a function in the game. You roll. I'll let you catch your breath by rolling the better of. I don't need to go to another game because there is one in this.
Oh, right.
cool or something?
That's right. Yeah.
It's either recovering it is. Here we go. Either discipline or cool check. Let me make sure the DM's. Okay, table's clear. You're ready to go whenever you want.
Is there any story
Oh,
point
you could.
thing?
You could spend. You got no story. I have all the story points right now.
That's right.
Okay. There you go. You got 1 strain back.
I can do that too?
Yes, you can. Yep. 2 strain back.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
So you guys catch your breath. So you have to be within short range then for this. But what are you thinking, Reyes? Blackhawk is like, Overwatch, I see you.
Yeah, and I'll use, so is it do I need but I needed a point to do the teleport or no?
No, teleport you can do it's just limited by once per encounter.
Oh, right, once per encounter. Yeah, okay, I'm going for it.
And he doesn't necessarily know your Overwatch either. Oh, no, he does. Yeah, they did, because they were the ones who led you in here.
Right, and he was teamed up with our other guy potentially, so.
Conrad, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Eckhart Chapman, not Conrad. Eckhart Chapman.
Yeah, the dirty traitor.
Yep.
You call him? Yeah.
Yeah, the dirty trader, exactly. All right, so Reyes, you catch your breath, and then with your one busted hand, you disappear, reappear on here. We see on here there's guys talking like, "What do you know what this is?" I don't know. More, is it just more clankers coming in, and then you appear, and they need to immediately make, because you're engaged with them technically right now. They need to make a fear check.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so coolness.
Yeah, maybe I can just like scare them a little and get some advantage here.
Okay, let's see here. So their difficulty is
Luck.
I'll spend a story point only to sort of get them back in your pool, guys. And I'm going to give them 1 black because this was really 1 situational penalty because it was unexpected for you to suddenly appear in this thing.
Right, to just like be on their dropship.
Yep. And let's see here. So 2 despair. What I'll do is I'll apply that as strain. I'm just going to use this undamaged Talon Squad as the one that's on the thing there. So you appear, and the one is like, oh god, and it kind of bonks back. Reaper, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna go like full unload on these guys at close range to just try and take this ship as quickly as possible.
Okay.
So I'll use my 2 strain. Cost me a strain just to do anything.
You don't need 2 strain to do that because the difficult.
Oh, to do the range. Oh, I just need 1 strain because it cost me 1 strain to do anything.
You just need 1 maneuver to do this. What you could do is take 2 strain to get a boost dice. Oh, but you lose all your boost dice because you're.
I can't. Yeah, I don't have any boost dice.
Never mind. Okay. You're pretty fucked up.
Yeah, we're pretty fucked up.
Okay. Go right ahead. We'll just have you go first, then we'll have the bad guys go.
Oh yeah. Oh come on.
You could get a charge out of that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
And you know, actually, you don't have a hand right now, so dual wielding was kind of unnecessary.
Oh right.
You only got the one. So.
Yeah, I only got 1 shotgun. That's right.
Yeah. All right. So then,
this is a real disaster.
if you took any strain from your from aiming, you didn't aim because you can't do that.
I just took the 1 strain from my critical injury.
All right. Let's see what they can do. They're only going to melee with you. They're going to try. They draw their combat knives.
Killed in a dropship.
You have 1 story point. You want to upgrade their difficulty?
Oh, I don't know. What do you think, Dave?
Do it.
All right, sure. Let's do it.
Okay.
Dying in a dropship to a bunch of pilots is probably a really bad ending to your story.
So spend a story point there, please, and then.
Oh yeah, right. I have to click the thing. The last one.
I got a triumph.
And they're the ones who score the triumph. I love
and they
it.
score the hit. So as they're fighting with you, you will take. That is only. It's 5 points of damage with piercing 2.
Yeah, but that's because I'm still at my threshold. Then it's already knocking me into another critical.
So you're taking 2 points of damage. You take another crit. Go ahead and roll your crit.
2 points of damage. How many critical injuries can you have?
I can't remember. I think there is. So you're hitting the head once again. Oh
God!
All right.
Brain hurts.
Oh shit! And you're. So I think the thing kind of hits to the side. You could take 2 strain. Reyes to take a maneuver, which would be to open. Remember, the thing had that side door for the gunner can get in.
Oh yeah.
You could open that if you like,
and try and Genji in. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So that's 2 more strain. Yeah, here we go.
Okay. As you're going down, you hit this. You hit the side. The door opens up as this thing drifts to the side. Genji, it happens to be within short range. If you want to take strain and zip in, you're welcome to do that.
Yeah, Genji's gonna flip.
Okay, you are on board. Now you have action. What would you like to do?
I'll use my quick draw to draw my Wakizashi.
Okay.
No, wait. It's close quarter. Wakizashi also gives me better defense, I think.
Wakizashi does give you better defense. It gives you less piercing, is the only downside. And it does 1 less damage.
Well, I'm hoping that whoever is piloting this ship's not wearing heavy armor. And,
are you going to go for the pilot?
Oh.
There's 3 troopers that Reyes is fighting.
Reyes is not taking him out yet? Oh, man.
He's bleeding from a new head wound. If that's anything.
Okay. I will just attack with my Wakizashi.
Okay, let me just get everything set up here. I have now. Hold on. You also get
defensive 2, deflection 1, pierce 1, superior.
Superior. Superior adds one. Oh, fuck, we forgot about this. Superior adds one advantage to results of checks made with this item.
Oh, cool.
So you'll get one advantage on top of whatever else you rolled.
Okay, I weighed in Wakizashi in one hand.
That sounds good. I believe I've got everything in there. Go right ahead. Yes, look at that. So with 4 advantage, you could put a charge in, unless there's something else you want to do.
4 advantage?
Yeah, 4 advantage, because you got the 3 that you rolled. Now, they take 5 points of damage. It's piercing 1, so they only do take the 1 point of damage, unfortunately. 4, 5. Yeah, that's right. Now, yeah, because you get Superior gives you 1 extra advantage. You have 4. You could do that, or you could do something else. Nice. Okay, getting charge up here. Then it is... Oh, what did you spend your advantage on, Reyes? Did you build up a charge with that 4?
Yeah, I've made a charge.
Yeah, so you add 1 to your green bar then.
Oh, right, there's an actual bar for it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, so then that is the end of the round. Let's actually roll initiative this time. Click on your token.
Yeah.
I'll add these guys.
I can't type in there. What the heck? Sorry, I have to move my character just slightly.
I'll let you grit through and keep fighting, Reyes, because, I mean, I know it's not what the rules say.
Not the real rules, but
Fuck the rules. Yeah, who cares?
Did you say something about us dropping our strain by 5 or something?
No, I did, but...
Or we made a check.
Yeah, then I remembered that there were rules. So...
Right, never mind.
There we go. Fuck, 3 and 3.
Oh, they're fast.
So go ahead and... All right, so they're up first. Genji. Good that you've got your... So your Wakizashi is the ideal weapon for defense here. They have 1, 2, 3. Do you wish to... Oh, yeah, there's no... I got to spend story points at some point. I'm not going to do it this time, because I got enough yellows. So here we go, Genji. They're going to try and take you down with their combat knives. Get him! Get him! No, get him! Motherfucker. All right, so they hit with their combat knives. That is 5 points of damage. And,
wait, but I have armor of 4.
Oh, it's piercing 1. So that'll be 3. So you take 2 points of damage in total. And then you can actually... I rolled 3 to spare. You can take a maneuver if you like. Like you wanted to set yourself up for the pilot, say pilots, it'll be a maneuver to get into the cabin. If you look back, he's not wearing armor, so he's much less more easier to hit than this. Okay, so you duck back. Reyes is like, what? Then one of you guys gets to go.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna gack the pilot.
Okay,
beautiful.
I believe I have everything set up for you. Come on, hit. Oh! So that is 8, and it's piercing 1. He only has a... what is the trooper? Brawn. So reduced by 4. My one is by 3. So that is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's more than 5. So what does it look like as you kill the pilot?
I guess he's probably like... You know, we see the fighting the scene before. He like looks back or something. He's like, "What's going on back there?" And then all of a sudden, this like ninja appears behind him and just like Wakizashi in the back of the neck, and
the whole thing starts down. Reyes, why don't you give us give us another cool check? Let's see if we can feed some of your what do you call it? Your strain back.
Cool.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Okay, so 1 point of strain removed. I think the rest of the squad, the Blackheart, you can see that he sweeps that big hammer of his up, and as it goes along, it begins picking up some kind of like plasma charge to it, and he sweeps it at the the ship, the whole thing rocks to the side, so it's going down in this mine right now. The troopers are going to jump out. They're going to rappel down, grab the rappelling lines to escape from here. Genji and Reaper, what are you guys doing?
Reaper, you want to
go?
He actually can't take actions right now. He's barely conscious.
Okay, well then I'm going to try and get this ship under control. Just grab the stick and try to level it off.
So I think that is... let's see here. I'm going to put the difficulties at a 2 with 1 black because of what Blackheart hit it with. I believe... just... what is it? Vehicles? I think it's called. Or maybe just piloting or driving, actually.
I think I've got a driving skill.
Driving. It'll be piloting skill.
Oh, yeah, piloting. I got that.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I don't think you got training in any of those, so you can just go ahead and... Oh, so this thing goes flying, rolling across the thing. It slams into one of the other... platforms, starts pinwheeling around like a helicopter out of control, hits the ground, but you got an advantage out of it, so you're not injured in the landing. What's that they say? Any landing you can walk away from. So guys, how do you intend to... what do you guys intend to do next year? Reyes is looking pretty fucked up. Reyes still has... Have you used your teleport? You still... Oh, you did, to get on the ship.
I did. No, I've done it now. Yeah, I've done it now.
You're far enough away right now from where you crashed that, you may be able to hide yourself and make your way. If what your concern was taking out, the Iron Brotherhood, I think sounds like the fight that's going on, it might be taking care of that. But as things stand, Reyes is pretty badly hurt, and Genji, you're missing your arm.
Yeah, we're pretty much effed.
What do you guys think?
I think we would be hobbling out of there, trying to just stay ahead of them if we can.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go grab Reyes and drag his sorry carcass out with my 9 out of 11 strain and 13 out of 14 health.
And 1 arm.
And 1 arm.
You got him up. So you guys stagger off.
I made sure to grab his shotgun if he dropped it. So I'll clip it to my belt or something.
Yeah. So the one of your
his belt.
So I think what do we see as you guys get away from the mine here?
I think it's a long, multiple day cat and mouse thing where we hunker down somewhere, and I've hidden our tracks, and they're looking for us, and we rest for a day or two, and then we move to another spot, and then it's move to another spot. It's man, it's gonna take forever to get out of here, and then finally we escape.
Do you guys head back to Numbani, or do you try and go elsewhere, or do you try and steal one of these drop ships and just fly out of here?
I can't pilot. Is that something? Can you pilot?
Well, just because you rolled poorly doesn't mean that you can't pilot. That was a particularly difficult one. It had an extra black in that. If you
it was damaged. Yeah, I think we would. Actually, yeah. I mean, I like the idea of stealing a drop ship or something eventually, and flying ourselves out of here. We're not commercial airlining home at this point.
So I think what we see then is, another one of these things. There's guys searching the ruins of the fallen dropship, and then we see another dropship. Who's in that one? And all the troopers start shooting at it, but you zoom over, and what you see is, as it's going over, Blackheart has gone down to where you guys are fighting, and there's a couple of the other Talon soldiers that are down there. He scoops up your remaining Hellfire shotgun, looks up at you as the ship is flying away, and then just goes and destroys the shotgun.
Yeah. Bastard.
So, with our heroes flying off, injured, missing limbs, into the Numbani Knights, we'll have to see if they will be returning at another time to get revenge on Talon, and whether they will have does Blackwatch need to bring in proper Overwatch at this point?
Probably.
So, is this the last? And with you guys unable to defeat that too, Lord knows what happened to the members of the Nduga Wachuma and Joko 10.
Sorry.
Reaper might
guys.
care, but Genji's like, eh. They shot at me. I don't really care.
Fair enough.
I don't really care too much.
But what about Talon having access to that AI?
Now that's trouble, and especially I mean, there's a lot of trouble here. Like, I definitely think we would be planning to come back, but I think it's like you said, like in full force with like official Overwatch at this point.
I might have. I wonder if it's on the web here. No, from the web.
I don't know if you want to spend any minutes of this session, Kev, to like talk about this session, because I'm curious as to was it a game mechanics or a roles thing that changed the fight so dramatically from one segment?
No, we'll do a debrief because we certainly have the time right now. Let me just.
Well, it was definitely a roles thing that had a big effect on it.
Yeah, but here's what happens. Here's what we end with, guys. Is let me ask you: would you go beyond Blackwatch? Blackwatch is the two of you, another doctor named Moira, and Cassidy. Do you think that's enough to face what's going on, or do you need to call in more of the big guns?
I think this is where like Reyes actually, bites the bullet of his ego, so to speak, and calls in the guy. I don't remember his name, but he's the other leader,
Morrison.
or the actual leader. Yeah.
So the person who answers is actually the first person you call, only because I got the fucking photo pulled up right now, is a beautiful young blonde woman who looks like this. And it is another German. This is Dr. Ziegler. She answers, Reyes, this is an encrypted channel. What's happened to you? What's happened to Genji?
We've barely got out with our lives. It's Talon.
Talon, how soon can you make it to an Overwatch base? Gibraltar will be closest.
I don't know, how long would it take us to get there?
However long, yeah. You're in like
whatever.
It's just you're in like southwest or western Africa to Gibraltar is, I don't know, 8 hours maybe.
Yeah, like whatever, a few days.
We'll meet you there. I'll tell Morrison. The whole team will meet you there.
We're gonna need them.
Okay, so we disactivate that. Gabrius rolls, having learned your lesson now, I think you know where the transponder is. You turn that thing off so they can't track you.
Yeah.
And then, as you guys are racing off into the sunset, will end, I guess, part 1 of the Iron Brotherhood. Yeah, so guys, let's do a debrief here. So the big difference was the adversary that you were facing for the second one. For one, the rolls. I got way better rolls than what you guys did tonight. And any game that's like that is just going to, unfortunately, it's just going to go that way. This game does not have the up and down that we see in a lot of other games in terms of health as well. Like when you take health, there's sort of a death spiral aspect to it. The healing mechanics will serve as a bit of an attrition for when you go down, but it doesn't allow you to fully recover the way it does in a lot of the other games we play. Because
starting to get those criticals, that impacts your future actions and stuff, and with the additional penalties tagging on every time, it made it even harder to even just get up and go.
Well, on the difficulty, your critical was a 99 for your first one. So, you got almost as bad as it possibly could get for a critical hit. And Reaper, your first one was about the same. It was a 60.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we rolled really poorly on our crits.
So it's really unfortunate criticals, really unfortunate things. The adversary, the one big guy you were fighting, that's the one that was the difficulty. getting into short range allowed him to have a very low target number. So because his target number wasn't higher, it just made it easy to connect with you. And then again, like I rolled like a fiend for almost all these rolls, right? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Is that also partly not understanding the game mechanics and saying like, so Genji can attack from longer range, even with his shuriken, like not long, but like medium to long, and he can still hit. I could have been staying away instead of going in and attacking with my melee. I could have stayed away, taken out those soldiers or something like that.
Yeah.
Until wear them down, and then we could have closed in on this thing.
Yeah, and then limited what it could attack on, like, or how many options. And Reaper, like, staying it. One of the advantages just with the build that you've got, if you've got a maneuver available to you and you've got strain to burn, staying at medium range is a great option for your dual weapons, because the medium range, one of your abilities, the take a maneuver, prevents it. You don't have to raise it the difficulty by 1 to use 2-weapon fighting, and then the other one reduces it by 1. Medium range is a difficulty of 2, which would mean you could attack at medium range at a 1.
Absolutely. So, but the one thing with that, or as far as like choices that were made, I didn't know how tough that guy was until I got close to him.
Yeah.
Like as far as like how much damage he could soak, because part of the strategy of getting close to him is to use the double shotguns, unload, and try and take him out quickly so that he, right? Like when you have a high damage dealer, then you want to minimize the number of rounds that you're fighting them.
Absolutely.
Now we know how tough he is, and like he's a tank too,
yeah,
right?
And he's also an he's effectively like a named character. The way that this game models, in like 2D20 or in I'm trying to think what other ones we used. 2D20 where you've got like minions and elites and whatever the like bosses are. The way they model it in this is one of the ways they model it in this is by having these adversary abilities that give automatic upgrades. So attacks against him automatically were upgraded by 2. So when you're fighting characters like him, you always are potentially facing despair. You're always rolling at least 2 reds on as the target number, or 1 red and potentially 1. If you were rolling its one target number of 1, it'd be 1 red, 1 purple. So
I guess one way to put it too is like look at the sniper. We had a strategy pre-planned of how to tackle, and look how that went. Yeah, we weren't really pre-planned for this big tank thing, but next time we would be. Yeah, and I do think that we'd be able to fight him much better on a rematch.
Absolutely,
kind of thing,
and
without changing really anything about our. Well, you guys, maybe our strategy, but not our
we're playing in what do you call it, theater of the mind style for this. But even in that, like you can picture how making use of the 3-dimensional terrain would be a huge advantage for you guys. Both of you have ways to be fairly mobile throughout the scene. But the downside is like when you did get that big hit off, like we had to cheat to get Reyes back up and be able to act. Genji was able, I mean, we cheated a little bit with the auto administer of the painkillers, but like the painkillers are part of the game mechanic. It was, I mean, I don't think that, let me see here. I'm just trying to see if my dice rolls were super swaggy. Yeah, I got like.
Oh, yeah, you definitely rolled better than us, whether it was like insane better or what, but it was definitely I did get a couple of
triumphs on attack rolls. Like I knocked that gun out of the sword out of Genji's hand.
Yeah.
But even like so, our characters having achieved whatever level they were at this point in their, I think Genji and Reyes would have at some point fought something with armor similar to what we were. So we as players didn't have like character knowledge on like how to approach this kind of combat, and we made some mistakes, as well as like not thinning the herd and taking away the minions and whatnot for
it's tough
not staying at range.
Yeah, and it's tough for this game, I think, to like it's tough to run to build tactical encounters in the way that we do in like Pathfinder 2 or in it's like other games that have a really rich tactical environment to them. I think even because if I never played the 2d20 system, I think I would not feel the advantage to be so limiting. But like the momentum system, and I don't want to just compare this game to a different game. It's not fair to. I mean, it's different. It's a different thing. But I think the momentum pool and having a separate narrative meta currency in the way of the fortune points, that just makes for a lot more ability to smooth over when the dice are just not going the way that you're expecting the story to go.
Right. But we also could have like just not faced that thing head on, like knowing that we can't damage it that well, and it had reinforcements. We could have like like you said, used the terrain, gone like up.
Yep.
Those other guys, the lighter guys, would have maybe not followed us, but they might have been able to follow faster. So knowing that thing is really slow, we could have like gone a further distance, let the fast guys catch up, eliminate them, and then loop around or avoid it altogether. Like
No.
You also got to realize that our initial strategy on how to handle this entire scene immediately failed. So our planning was blown up right from the very first round.
Yeah.
Like we went to sneak in and I totally screwed it up. I remember, and then I spent my special story point and then botched that roll with a despair. So like we started the fight on the back foot.
Yeah.
So there was that, right? Like
that might not have helped, but at the same time, like again, not knowing how the adversaries work.
Yeah.
If I'd have known it had that much armor, and then I could have like got in close and smoked it really hard and still not really done much, I like probably wouldn't have gone that close. I would have stayed away.
Right, you wouldn't have gone to melee range with him. Yeah.
No, I would have been, up and then shrieking the little guys or whatever. And
one of the difficulties with it as well, you don't really have ways of being defensive in it, apart from spending story points. So you can like go for cover in the game, but there's not like full dodge kind of stuff in here. You just have to try and keep a distance. So, yeah, I mean it's in terms of the difficulty with where you guys were in terms of your injuries and whatnot. It shouldn't have been as. It was going to be a challenging encounter with him, and I added in 2 squads of guys, so like it was a really tough encounter anyway. So there's that as well. It's just that and he was able to get in a position where he was able to get off exactly. If you kept it as a moving fight, that's more difficult for them, because if they need to move, they can't take an aim maneuver to add +1 blue dice to their dice pool.
And that guy was also really slow. Remember, he could only move one move per turn.
Exactly.
So like if we eliminated some of those other guys and got a little luckier with the losers, then we could have kited that guy and beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, or just wear him down. Kite him. That's what I mean. Like, down.
Just keep taking pot shots at him and make him have to keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he's wounded badly, and we know we can take him down in a round, then we go into like short range. You pull out the double cannons of Hellfire, and I jump in with a sword or something like that. But we wouldn't have done that until we knew we could have like at least take him down in 1 round, maybe 2.
Right. And at least until the herd was thinned a little, right? Like,
yeah. Well, and every time you get an opportunity to try and add to your charge as well, like that does a big thing. Like your ultimate would have cleared out all of those minions.
Right. If the dice had went a little differently, like I said when we kept joking about all the triumphs that I rolled on initiative, if I had been rolling if those had all rolled on attacks, I would have used my special ability. It would have wiped out every one of the non-named characters and done double damage to that big gun guy.
No, give it +2 to damage, I think.
Or +2 to damage.
Yeah, which is still a lot. It's 9 damage with your Hellfire shotguns then.
Right.
Before
and it's just like, right. And so the dice just didn't go our way that way either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you did, like, that. Taking out the sniper was an adversary 1. So, like, the way that you chose to take her out was ideal. Because she just, she would have been a much more, she had a 15 wound threshold, and she's adversary 1, so all actions against her would have been upgraded by 1 as well, so it would have been just a real tough thing. And yeah, and if you hadn't have had to use your first healing draught or whatever, your first painkiller against the minions damage, that might have made a difference too. Reaper, because you were at 5 going into the fight with the big guy.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But, cool.
It's still a lot of fun, though. Like, one of the things I really liked about this game is the character had lots of cool stuff to do. So, like, it wasn't just +1 bonus on this and a +2 bonus on that or whatever. Like, yeah, there was a couple of abilities like that. There was also, like, some cool, like, take stress and go quickly or move extra or whatever. Or my once per session, story point to take a turn out of combat. Like, that's literally like a mythic character action or a legendary action or whatever you want to call it from other games where you get to interrupt the initiative flow. That was awesome. I had to get my sword back, but
still.
Yeah, like, see, there's another example, right? You had to use your cool legendary action that could have swung the battle for us just to pick your weapon up.
One, you did to re-roll your stealth.
Right, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we kind of got fucked. Like,
it was unfortunate the way the dice rolled out, and also the initiative too. Like, you guys, more often what ends up happening is you guys go before, or should be that you guys are acting before, or mostly before your enemies, except for like named characters like the big guy. You guys were rolling triumphs on it, but you weren't rolling a huge amount of successes or things like that.
Right, that's where triumphs actually hurt you.
Yeah. I mean,
like, instead of speeding you up,
take a success over a triumph in initiative.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, we had to put our thumbs on the scale pretty heavily for it, but I think, like, narratively we're able to work our way out, and it made not all stories end in success, right? Some of them are like, well, fuck, that was a defeat, but we need to plan for a better strategy next time.
Yeah, and you could have done that any number of ways too. Like, you could have just, instead of killing us, you could have easily just had them capture us, and that was our turncoat's plan all along. Yeah. Right? I mean,
Exactly. And you could, and this is the type of game and the type where you can easily have, wake up in captivity as opposed to dying.
Right.
Right, it's also it is up to the GM to sort of figure out how you want to model the exceeding this wound threshold. We were sort of allowing you guys to continually apply, your painkillers, and I think that fit for the type of game we're playing. But I mean, like, you could also dial it more difficult or more even more forgiving. Like, the crippling injuries was as bad as they were for the characters, it wasn't as... I mean, the one that you rolled, Dave, like that fucking sucked. But, like, the first 99 on the crit roll, unbelievable.
Even Jeff's first one, we both lost an arm. Like,
the first, so, like, those were ridiculous, but almost all the other ones were either instantial, so they'd only be around for, like, a round, or they're inconsequential. Where it's like, you rang your bell, so your intelligence and willpower skills are going to be increased by difficulty by 1.
In the type of fight we were fighting, we weren't fighting a magic user, psionicist, or anything like that, where willpower was coming into play as much. So
yeah, it was so. I think that's pretty cool, because it's neat having a system that models critical hits pretty. Or takes advantage of them, I guess, but doesn't make it so that your characters are just, like, lost an eye or what. Or I mean, you did lose an arm and a hand, so I guess did model it that way. Oof.
Well, it's also cool the way they're set up. So like it's worked into the sheet. It's automatic. It tells you, it already builds the game mechanics in, as opposed to some of the other games we played where it's, here's the critical, you're looking at a chart, you have to like figure out manually what that does to your next roll. And you're like, now you're, because here with multiple criticals, like it would be a real task to try and figure out what that was doing to your dice pool.
Yeah. I mean, it's really just, it's plus 10 for each one. And then there's also like, I actually might have forgotten to apply Vicious to it, because Vicious adds I think Reaper's guns are vicious.
Oh, yes, they are.
Right. So what that does is that adds your Vicious 2, aren't they? 20 to the critical hit roll. So
my Katana's vicious too as well.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, so when you do a critical hit, you would add plus 20, or they would add plus 20 to each critical roll.
Oh wow.
So
the game is a little swingy, and it swung the other way today.
And it's just
like big time, yeah.
Yeah, like there's very some days if you're playing a role-playing game that's got dice in it, this isn't as swingy as I remember it, and it's not as swingy as say Savage Worlds. Where the exploding dice can just be like, well, shit, you took down the guy in one shot. I mean, that the game Savage Worlds is exactly the feel of swinging of what it wants. It's been around long enough. It's refined itself down to the point where it is exactly the experience that it intends to be. But I found this was less swingy than that. But any game where the dice go against you. And an encounter just and I don't mean this in that you guys didn't do this, but like if you don't recognize what the threat represented by the adversary is, then that's going to go bad in any game. Yeah. So cool. Any closing thoughts on Genesys Overwatch, guys?
I'd play this again.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
that's great.
It's got, even despite the swinginess and despite how the dice turfed us today, it was interesting characters, cool things, and a unique setting. It's not a standard fantasy setting. It's even for a science fiction setting. It's got some cool stuff to it. So yeah.
Well, and I mean, to me, the thing that I relate to it, because I don't play Overwatch, like to me, it was a lot like the G.I. Joe is a good comparator for people who don't have Overwatch as a sort of background. And I don't know, it's cool to play guys that are like that.
Yeah. I'd never played Overwatch either, and my first experience was Kev sending trailers in Discord, so I was like, oh, okay, I gotta go watch this video now. But yeah, you're totally right. It's like super G.I. Joe's almost.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's great. Yeah, and I would probably, I would run it again because it's I enjoyed. And I think if you guys, the types of characters you're playing are ones that are specifically kind of like stealthy ninja types, right? If you had characters at the table who were more tanky and were able to heal you, that would make up for a very different experience.
Right. That's true. Right.
You're effectively playing two DPS characters. So if you did have something that was more tanky, that might assist you a bit.
Two stealthy DPS characters who failed the stealth and ended up tanking.
Let's see here.
Wasn't there like a Lionheart guy, like another tank, kind of like the one we were supposed to fight?
Yeah, so the picture you got there, that's Reinhardt. Reinhardt is the tank in Overwatch. And there is, I'm trying to see what because there is there are abilities that they've got that are, if your build is a Guardian, which is like Challenge, which forces people to attack you as opposed to attacking other people. Durable, Toughened, Bodyguard, which, let's see here, 81. Bodyguard, Once per round, your character may suffer a number of strain no greater than their ranks in bodyguard to use a talent. Choose one ally engaged with you until the end of your next turn. Upgrade the difficulty of all combat checks targeting that ally a number of times equal to the strain suffered. So if you had a tank there, they could suffer strain to keep you guys so that they have to choose either attack the tank or attack you. And shields in this grant more bonus to soak. I don't think they give bonuses to soak, but they do give bonuses to...
See, Dave, I think you might quite like the character that the bad guy was, the main bad guy, Reinhardt or whatever.
I know.
Blackheart.
Yeah, I was looking at the Reinhardt character last time.
Yeah, because you could easily get with have a soak of like 7 or 8 with a more tanky type character. You guys each have one stat that's 4, so it'd be easily to build the character. So they've got the brawn at 4. Your brawn is your starting soak, plus heavy armor is plus 3, and then you could add other more tanky armor traits on there, like bulky, plus 1 encumbrance, plus 1 soak. That would give you an 8 soak. Fortified, plus 1 soak, plus 1 encumbrance. So that's another, you'd have a 9 soak. So, you know, the ability for, if you were taking some of these hits with a soak of 9 as opposed to the soak of 5 or 4.
Right, totally.
Yeah, and your bulk is also part of what you use to figure out your wound threshold. So you'd have a bigger bucket of hit points before you went down.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely look at it. That's one thing to I guess bear in mind as well, is that it's 2 real, and these are also relatively starting characters as well. I think you had like 200 points of XP I spent. So this is not even, none of you guys have hit max tier for your talents and abilities and stuff. So this is still characters who are not at max ability. But anyway, all right. So with that, any last closing thoughts, guys? Then we will bring this adventure of the Iron Brotherhood to a close. So, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for our foray into Genesys Overwatch. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also, in the description of this video, I've got links, once again, to the guy who wrote the Overwatch conversion. I've got links to the Overwatch conversion in there. It's a terrific product. Like I can't believe that it's so good that it's one of those I can't believe it's free things. An amazing fan-made product. It's like 150 pages at the full version, 183 pages for the full version. It's just great. In addition, you can find a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server in the description of this video. That can over there we got channels dedicated to most of the games we run on the channel, as well as every one of the the regular ongoing campaigns we have on the channel. We also have links or their channels there to online tabletops, to virtual conventions, to other conventions. Just a ton of great people over there, a lot of knowledge, and a very welcoming community, so you are more than welcome to join us over there. In addition, there is a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages. That's the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really great organization active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children, including ongoing relief efforts in Ukraine and the surrounding countries. There are also, I guess first off, for every any money that is donated through that link goes directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it goes to the channel or any other middleman. It just goes to help out the kids who benefit from those services. In addition, there is a link down below, in addition, as a small way of saying thank you, for every $25 that we donate, Canadian, gives you one chance to win the grand prize or one of the other great prizes in our next charity raffle. Next raffle will be on June 12th, actually. We're from June 10th to June 12th, we are having our annual Musers Marathon. We're having a gaming marathon. We're playing all weekend. a bunch of sessions playing Castles and Crusades set in the Dark Sun setting. And then to wrap things up on Sunday night, we will be having the raffle. The grand prize in the raffle draw is a copy of Beadle and Grimm's Platinum Edition Wild Beyond the Witchlight. This amazing $500 US product that has the entire 5th edition adventure plus a shit ton of extra stuff in there. The second prize is a gold edition of the Absalon City of Lost Omens box set. I did an unboxing of that recently. It's an amazing, amazing product. Very best city box set I've ever seen. Third prize is another product from Beadle and Grimm that they generously donated, the copy of the silver edition of Fizban's Guide to Dragons. If you don't win any of the Beadle and Grimm's prizes, there's still some other great stuff, including our resident armor smith here, Dave, has very generously donated a copy, or John donated first off a chainmail dice bag. Dave has also generously donated a trilogy of the three core books for AD&D 2nd edition, the Player's Handbook, DMG, and Monstrous Manual. Jeffrey here has very generously donated the Iron Kingdom's 5th edition books that came out recently, so including the DM screen for that. And there's our friend Jam DeFogie donated a copy of his awesome Jackal's Bronze Age fantasy RPG. And we have a bunch of stuff from the Dungeon Musings Red Bubble Shop, including t-shirts, posters, and mugs. So lots of great prizes, lots of great ways to for us to say thank you to you. I also think we may be having some things that donors can do with the money they spent during our gaming marathon. We had a lot of fun with that in the last one, both with the donors affecting the things the players got to start with and also the shitty things the players would have to deal with. So if you go to the Charity Initiatives channel on the Dungeon Musings Discord server, I'll have all the information you need about that. And also, last thing I'll say before we thank our stalwart players tonight is that I will be heading out on vacation next Thursday. So the channel will be on hiatus until from, let's see here, May 26th until about June 8th is our next session back. So we will be gone during that time. I'll probably be, well, what am I saying? Of course, I'll be posting on the Discord server. Of course, I'll be on Twitter. Of course, I'll be doing other bullshit. We just will not be streaming sessions. During that time, if you want to find stuff to fill up, there are plenty of other members of the player roster and also members of the Dungeon Musings community who have their own amazing content. You can fill up your time if you're missing us with lots of, on the Dungeon Musings Discord server, we've got other podcasts, other streamers, channels that have a ton of great people creating some really interesting stuff, so you are more than welcome to check those out, whether it's during our absence or not. The last thing I will say is a huge, huge thank you to our stalwart players for tonight. So Jeffrey and Dave, thank you so much for investigating the Brotherhood of Iron. And I will say as well, it is not... it is a sign of such a great player that you can have such a shitty outcome in a session and come away saying, you know what, there's lots of good stuff in this, but I recognize it's the way the dice went out, it's the way the encounter was, and the way we responded to the encounter. That there are, I think that's a really, really, really healthy attitude towards towards RPGs, in the sense that if you recognize that it was just bad circumstances rather than just a bad game, then that's a really healthy way to be able to still enjoy the games. And if you happen to have a bad session with a game, to not have it poison your attitude towards it going forward. So guys, I give you huge kudos for that.
Well, thanks, Kev. But these are also one-off characters. Like we didn't create these guys and play them 200 sessions. So like, you could have killed off these two characters, and I would have gone, wow, that kind of sucked, but whatever.
See you later, Genji.
Such a slave to canon these guys needed to survive through to live on to their events in the video game. So anyway, with that, so then we'll bring this session to a close. So for those listening at home, once again, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off of the troubles of our world and find the troubles that our Overwatch or members of Blackwatch have found in the wilds of Numbani. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.